What is going on, everybody? This is Major League Hats, and welcome back to our weekly podcast of baseball, beers, and bull honky. Yes, I said bull honky because, I got to change title anyway, so I might as well just say a different title. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. I am going to put the link out there for a couple lucky people. We'll see who gets to be added on. But before we get started, we are going to start with our normal little rant. I do have a couple Corona beers here. I got to admit, you guys, man, I am freaking exhausted. I started working at the Red store this week. Overall, it's been pretty good. I had a couple little hiccups today. I started off really good finding stuff. Basically, I'm a personal shopper. I fulfill the online orders and stuff like that. I go around the store and I find the stuff, and so it can get shipped out. Anyways, I was doing pretty good. I did like 3-4 solid good cards, no issues or anything. Spoke too soon, got a little too confident, a little too cocky, and got told I had to look up or pick up a whole bunch of baby shit. All the baby shit is so disorganized. See, the idea is that the aisles are labeled and stuff in the corners. Now, most time, some of the aisles are not 100% labeled, but you can kind of still figure out where you got to go. The baby department, oh boy, is not really labeled at all. And on top of that, I don't know if this is just an inventory issue, but all the shit where it's supposed to be is not even there. So I literally went from doing good to spending, seriously, 3 hours on a freaking cart of about 30 items. I'm like, what the fuck? And yes, they do keep track on how quick you find the stuff and whatever. Basically, it's the Amazon pick rate bull crap. I see Moke's in here, Hatter's in here, Johnny G's in here. So how you doing? Hey, Johnny, how you doing today? Oh, Snap is live. Hey, oh, really? Too confident. Oh, Snap. Are you doing store pickups? Yes, I am literally doing store pickups. Aisles are never labeled facts. Now, first of all, Hatter, you cannot do a live broadcast and expect anybody to watch with a 20-second notice. Seriously, you sent me the notice that you're going live. I was already sleeping. So, yeah, I've been doing about 18,000 steps a day. I'm freaking exhausted. I actually took a little nap today. I got off at 4:30, ate dinner, and took a little nap. I was that freaking tired, and it's good. I just got to get used to working again. So, it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of conditioning for my fat little butt, but I'll get there. Major, are you shopping for a new baby there by the chicken aisles? Okay, Moke TV. Also, I don't get it. Yeah, and because that comment was so bad, Moke, and you were not here when we had a great idea of everybody getting time out for your stupid ass comment because it made no sense. It's not even funny. You get timed out. Fuck. That was just, I don't even understand that, Moke. Come on, where is the funniness? Usually you're funnier than this. So yes, anyway, congratulations, Moke. You just got timed out like everybody else. Nobody's oblivious to being timed out. All right. 3-card collector. Hey, bud, how you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Haven't seen you for a minute. Ya bum. Third grade joke. That wasn't even third grade. I didn't even get it. That's like kindergarten joke. I don't even understand it. Yeah, I wasn't the first to get timed out. No, but you are the second to get timed out. Now, if I have anybody left on here, because now that 3-card Hatter, let's see, Aaron C. Johnny Hatter. Hey, Aaron C., how you doing, bud? If you guys hadn't heard, the XFL has, I'm actually a little disappointed. XFL has decided to basically lay off their whole staff. Not happy about it. I don't get it. I thought they were doing pretty good. I don't understand it. If somebody can help me try to understand it, I would appreciate it. You go from like 2 years of basically developing and whatever. You had no revenue stream. Just face it. You were losing money from the get-go. And I understand that this season you were going to lose money anyways, especially since, with everything going on. But why? If you guys hadn't heard, they laid everybody off, and now they're not even talking about coming back in 2021. And they're saying that there is a big potential chance that they are going to completely fold. I don't like that. I thought they did some really good things. I thought they put some spotlights on some players that probably didn't have the spotlight put on them originally. And I feel like after 2 years of losing money, I understand you got to make some money. But Vince McMahon, who obviously is the main controller of everything, got a gazillion dollars. He can afford to at least take another hit for another year or so. I know he lost a lot of freaking money because of WrestleMania not being done. That's a huge money maker for him as well. He's also had to lay off some wrestlers, believe it or not. But from what I've heard, some of the wrestlers he's already let go. They were going to leave anyways. They wanted to be let go. And he was like honestly holding them hostage because he didn't want them to go to AEW. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Revival. I heard that they were getting released or they got released. So from what I know, that went through. Because his Captain 3 – wait, why are we timing people out? The fact that you have to ask why you're getting timed out says you don't watch my shit, so you just got timed out, 3-card collector. You have to ask. You're not a real Hat Collection Society member. So thank you, Johnny G, for bringing that to my attention. Michael Mole, censorship is wrong. Michael Mole, you get timed out for questioning censorship. Let's see. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm going to go get a beer. Okay, since you're going to get a beer, you are going to get timed out for getting a beer. So I'll see you in about 300 seconds. So there you go. Ha does look like the general. So yes. So Jeff Nadeau censoring is wrong. Oh my God. You're going to join Moke TV as well. Go to the general and save some time. So anyways, I don't understand it. I really like the XFL. I really thought they were going to do good things. I really thought they were going to make a difference. I felt like they were going to, they weren't obviously going to compete with the NFL or anything, but I thought they were going to maybe potentially bring a lot of spotlight to certain players that honestly, the quarterback for PJ Daniels, I believe Houston or Dallas, they got looked at, they got signed, and I thought that was really good for them to do that. So disappointed in that. I don't know. Did anybody, man, where's my wrestling buddies at today? There's nobody wrestling. Hey, Reds fan, Florida, how you doing? And then Hatter, wait, J38 was blocked. Wait, how did I block J38? J38, I blocked you. Smashing the like button. Thank you, J38. I'm sorry if I timed you out. I meant to time out Hatter. I don't know how you got timed out. If I could, I'd time myself out because I missed timed you up. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit. There was there's this rumor going on the internet that MLB is going to be doing some realignment for next season. First of all, I don't see him right now. But if anybody wants to know who the smartest person is on the internet, on the Hat Collection Society group, you guys, it's a no-brainer. It's not Hatter, obviously. Come on, man. It is me, okay? I'm the one that said that they should play in Florida and Arizona. I'm the one that keeps saying that they should use the DH for both leagues because nobody wants to see the damn pitcher bat. Okay, nobody wants to see the pitcher bat. It's not fun. Moke TV official me Hats asked where his wrestling buddies are after he censors and times out everyone. Yeah, but the people I timed out were not wrestling buddies, just so you know. It's MTS03. Wow, and no one cares. We are all smart in different fields. Moke TV, that is so not true. Stop sticking up for the little people. You get timed out again. Moke, just face it, man. We are not smart in our own little ways. If that was true, face it. Society doesn't work that way. Face it, it doesn't. The smart are in control of everything. So, I messed up. DH sucks. Reds fan in Florida, I can understand how you don't like the DH being a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. That's your whole life. I get it. But come on, man. Wouldn't you rather see somebody hitting other than Luis Castillo? Come on. Do you really want to see Sonny Gray bat? Come on. Wouldn't you rather go out, get somebody that's going to knock in 20 home runs, have about 70 RBIs, and all he does is hit the ball? I know I would. Hatter, I'm kind of interested to think that what you would think about the DH, because the Cubs, a DH in Wrigley Field, oh my God, dude. You get the right guy, you got at least 25, 35 home runs easily. Easily. Now, if you're a Padres, now you're going to suck. But come on, man. How I got to have a better reason, Reds fan Florida, why you hate the DH. I consider myself a baseball realist, a purist, whatever you want to call it. And I want the DH because at the end of the day, if that DH can contribute at least an extra 5 to 10 wins, and that's probably pretty freaking high, I'd rather have a DH because that means my team potentially, the Giants in my case, and no, it's not easy to hit home runs, of course, at AT&T or Oracle Park or wherever the hell it's called now. But if the Giants could get an extra 5 to 10 wins, man, we talking about potentially a wild card spot. The Giants don't need I'm not fucking talking like I'm on the damn Giants. No, the Giants, they just need a wild card spot. Any team just needs a wild card spot. They just got to get into the playoffs to have any kind of success. I will take that any day of the week. I mean, the days of seeing Matt Cain, Barry Zito, Tim Lincecum, Madison Bumgarner was the only real pitcher that I kind of like seeing. Tim Hudson, hell no. Jonathan Sanchez, hell no. Do I really want to see Kevin Gossman freaking take a couple whacks at the plate this year? Hell no. And Bumgarner was like, okay, either he's going to hit home run 400 feet or he's going to look really freaking bad. And the fact that he hit 200, that should tell you nobody gives a shit about the pitcher hitting. 200 is a good average for a hitter, for a pitcher. But if he was a hitter, 200, his ass would be back in freaking high A ball. I don't want to see it. I need some good arguments. Nope, that's not baseball. I want a DH. Our pitchers are useless and squeeze bunt sack. Yeah, the pitchers can't even, like, if they were better at sacrificing, moving the runners over with their bunting and everything, I would be more prone to kind of keep the DH out of the National League. But the fact is, nobody can bunt the damn ball no more. So what is the point? You're like just giving up an extra, what is it? Pitcher's going to probably bat, 3 to 6 times a game, roughly, at least. So you're looking at about you're giving away about 4 to 5 outs a game that that spot in the lineup is not going to help you one iota. Let's see. Put Reds fan in the hot seat. I like strategy. Baseball is a thinking in sport, not just get up there and strike out trying to hit the homer. Oh, yeah, but you're not thinking at all if your pitcher is going up there to do anything. Half the time they can't get the bunt down. I mean, for a good example, look at Anthony Rizzo. I've watched a lot of Cubs games, as you guys know. Anthony Rizzo is basically already on home plate when the pitcher or whoever is trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt. If that freaking pitcher can hit that ball a little bit better, he would not be in as far as he would be because he'd be worried about that contact. Dude, if I see Rizzo so far up and I'm the pitcher, I'm like, I don't want to freaking bunt this damn ball. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to move the runner over. And if I tend to hit it like towards the first base side, Rizzo's going to be there. He's going to throw the second base. My ass is still going to be out at first base. There is no freaking point. Let's see. Pick a different team. My pitchers rake and play outfield. You have a few exceptions to the pitcher rule. Look at Rick Ankel. Sucked as a pitcher, but a great hitter. And he revitalized his career as a freaking hitter. I could go over countless if I wasn't so tired, and I actually did some preparation about every pitcher in the National League on how bad they suck. I can't have a winning argument. I can't have a losing argument if I can't get other than feelings. And I don't like robotic ump calling, but let's face it, we have that. Do I think the umps are part of the game? Yes, but I am tired of the umps making the game about themselves. I hate seeing when an ump gets an ego And he throws out the player for saying, I don't think that was a ball or a strike. I don't think that was a strike. I thought that was a little low there. It was Angel Hernandez. No, fuck it, man. Let the dude talk a little bit. Nobody's come to the baseball game to see Angel Hernandez umpire a damn game. Okay? But you know what? Robo umpiring is there. We got freaking instant replay, and we still can't get the shit right. I'm not a huge fan because I feel like the mistakes that are made in the game today or back in the day are just a part of the key factors. I mean, if anything, what was it, the 1986 World Series with the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals, dude missed that freaking call at first base. He clearly wasn't touching first base, and he called him, I believe he called him out, and his foot wasn't even on the base. Or the, what was the other one with the Rockies player? Todd Helton wasn't even touching the base. He was a foot off the base. They called him out. It's a part of the game in my aspect, the way I look at it. So, you know, I don't like it, but it's there. So the DH is just another issue that it's there. So might as well accept it. Let's see, Ankiel as a great hitter is stretching it. Hey, it got him a couple more years in baseball, did it not? It got him a couple more million on his lifetime earnings, did it not? I mean, how many years after he went down basically as a pitcher did he play baseball? I remember seeing him play a couple years after that for the Houston Astros, and I actually got his autograph. So it added on a couple extra years. So I would say it was a success. Let's see, Waxman 68 cards. How you doing, bud? Waxon been lurking and wanted to say sit pitchers when it is their turn to bat. Yeah, it's like, come on, wash hands. Hooray! I'm gonna give my 2 cents. 1985. Thank you very much, Russell Machine. 1986 was the Mets versus the Red Sox. Thank you. I don't do no research because I do it off the top of my head. So thank you guys very much. I depend on you guys a lot for helping me out with the show. Baseball is about fun at the end of the day, hence why we're all here. However, I'm going to agree since pitchers get a rep for getting an attitude. Pitchers get a rep for Moke, I have no clue what you're talking about. I think you meant to say umpires. You're the leader of the future? Oh, fuck. We're fucked. We are screwed. So let's put out the little link here again. I don't know where Shane O'Mac 1978, 76, and 4 is. So anyways, the other thing is, you guys, let's see. Boo Mets. Mets fan here. We won in 86. Hatter, you get timed out because, screw it. I want umpires. My bad. Yes, your bad. So, you know, I am looking forward to baseball coming back. I do want them. I don't mind them playing in Arizona and Florida. I kind of said that's probably what they should do. That way all the teams aren't going to just be, in one area. I know the players are kind of bitching and complaining that they're going to be away from their family for 4 months or whatever it is. At the same time, here's my solution. Allow the players to have at least one person with them, which they're not going to want to have their freaking wife or girlfriend straight with them. Let's face it, guys. Athletes, I'm not an athlete, of course, nor do I pretend to play one. But if you're an athlete, you typically will not want your girlfriend / wife with you for four straight months. Face it, you might want them with you for a little while, but I feel like the athletes should be able to take one guest with them the whole freaking 4 months. You know, there you go. They go to the games. You got some fans in the ballpark. You know, I think it would actually enhance the experience a little bit, and it would probably keep up the morale of the situation for the players and stuff like that. And then on top of it, they can collect all the baseballs, and then they can auction them off to raise money for whatever local organizations they want. They can have specially designed baseballs for the Arizona season / league and the Florida season / league. I think that'd be cool. It'd be like a spring training type ball, but it's to raise money. And I can tell you, if they did something like that, I would definitely want to try to get a baseball, and it would go for a great cause. So I think that's pretty good. Blue, let's see, come back the right way. Professor Hatter, when did the Cubs change it to a different blue? I might get on camera. What? Let's see. Blue changed. Professor Hatter, they had a Dodgers blue and changed it to the Mets. I think Shane O'Mac having issues with the wife. Haven't heard from him this whole time. Oh, probably in the late O's. If they paid me millions to be away from my family for 4 months, I'll take the millions. Thank you, Russ Machine. That's pretty much, that's kind of how I look at it too. The fools are getting fucking 18 millions of dollars. Okay. They can take it. The other thing is, I want to, I'm probably going to run some people off, but I just have to say this. People in social media, the keyboard warriors out there, they are so freaking ignorant and cannot read a post at all. You guys know, or a lot of you guys know that follow me on social media at Major League Hats, a little plug there, that I posted a picture the other day. Basically, Todd Gurley, former Rams, and Clay Matthews, the third of the Rams, former Rams, complaining that they have not received their paycheck. And I basically said, if you read what I said, which a lot of people don't, and I got a couple little lashings from people who don't seem to understand the reality of the situation. My point wasn't, and you guys know I'm on the player side for the most part about getting paid. They should get paid. They don't sometimes, they get what their market calls that they should get paid. The whole point was not that I don't believe they should get paid. That wasn't the freaking point. That's not what my statement said, but some people cannot fucking read. What I said is, do you really want to put yourself out in the public with all the shit going on, with people losing their jobs, potentially people are losing, their places to live. Now, right now, they said that they're not going to do none of that, but people are losing their jobs. They're losing their, some people are losing their life, unfortunately. They're basically losing their livelihood in all aspects. We're living in an unprecedented time right now. And these fools, yes, I'm calling them fools because I've lost a lot of respect, especially for Clay Matthews, and now I've lost respect, honestly, for Todd Gurley. And these guys should not be going on social media complaining that they're not getting paid their millions of dollars from the Rams, which, should they get paid? Yes. That wasn't the issue. If you guys read what I actually freaking wrote, which nobody ever actually freaking does, do you think social media, the public, is the right place to be complaining right now about not receiving your freaking millions of dollars of check? Hell no. Do it the freaking right way. Do however you do your discussions with the team. Go through your agents. I'm sure you got a freaking lawyer that can. You don't need to be in the freaking media. Todd Gurley, you are a moron as an individual with everything going on, and all you seem to do is show how selfish you are. I hope that if you do get paid from the Rams, which you should, because you deserve it. That's your money. I say you get paid. But you should take that damn check and donate it. Use it for a cause of what's going on. You're a chump. The fact that you're complaining that your payment is a little bit late, by the way, they said the Rams felt like they were in the right, according to the contract language, that they did not have to pay Todd Gurley and Clay Matthews right now. So they felt like they were obliged to the contract. And they're following the contract, and this will get settled. Trust me, this will get settled. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's going to get settled. They're going to get their checks. My point was, this is not the place and the time for them to be bitching about their millions of dollars. You're telling me they're suffering in their life right now because of missed payment or a late payment or a payment that the Rams felt like they didn't have to make at this point in time. Are you freaking kidding me? Todd Gurley, you're a chump now. And Clay Matthews, man, I like you. I find you funny. I think you've you've had a very good NFL career, but I lost a lot of respect for you after this situation. You had no reason to, first of all, chime in. You have no reason to be complaining about not getting your check right now. You're going to get paid. That is just that's a clown move, man. That's a clown move. I stand corrected. Cubs the Blue Chains for 2014. How much should he donate? The whole fucking check, Hatter. Apparently, he really freaking needs it. He should donate the whole damn check because he's stressing. Gurley went to Georgia. That's why he is a dumbass. I won't say that because I don't know. It's still Georgia. I don't know. I went to a JC and I work at Target now. So, yes, I love the NBA and NFL, but It's going downhill. Sadly, the stocks are so low. They should invest in other things because they need to apparently get their money some way, somehow, when they shouldn't. Bitch. Okay, J38, send me the link or something if you can be in. Dude, Hatter, I got a fucking podcast going on. You're pulling a freaking Shane O'Mac 1978, 47 and 6. I got a show going on. This isn't Mickey Mouse in the comment section here. Holy damn. If Shane O'Mac was here, I thought I timed you out. Hopefully I timed you out. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm trying. This is not no Mickey Mouse show. We got a real show going on. There's real people in here. Do you like blackout hats for MLB? Yes and no. I felt like the first time they came around with the blackout hats, they were good. I don't like them kind of continuously doing them because, one, if you're trying to tell what year they are, for the most part, you can't tell what year. And it's like there's so many black hats anyways, we don't really need more. But I did like it the first time that they started rolling out. I like the idea of them. I have said in the past, I've seen them in the past. I wasn't a huge fan of them, but I did get one eventually here lately, or, a while ago. So I felt like they're good one time around. We don't need them constantly. Mickey Mouse is here. We need Shane. We don't fucking need Shane. Moke, man. Okay, here. While you're in timeout, go call Shane O'Mac, 1978-40. Ask him how his freaking wife's feet are. And no, we don't need Shane. Wait, Reds fan was, how did... Reds fan, I don't know how I don't know what's going on. Apparently, it blocked you instead of Moke TV. Reds fan, complete accident. I don't know what happened here. We don't need freaking Shane O'Mac, 1978, 47, 6 and 3. We don't, okay? So, anyways, Gurley, Clay Matthews. Let's see. I don't know why. I guess there might be a limit on who I could time out or whatnot, because I tried to time out Hatter. I don't think it timed out Hatter. And then I tried to time out Moke, and Mickey Mouse hat house. Come inside. There's fitteds to find. So rest in peace, Shane. Beer acquired. What are you drinking, Aaron C? By the way, guys, if you guys hadn't heard, I keep telling you guys to support Corona beer because they need it in their time of needs. But it's actually funny. They said that they actually were turning a profit even before this shit happened. And now their profits are up, actually. So they're not really hurting. They have stopped production for a little while because, being in Mexico, they have stopped it. Budweiser. Oh, man. Aaron C., did you lose a bet? No, I'm kidding. I know some people like Budweiser, so there you go. Budweiser, honestly, as a company, has done a lot of good things. When the water shortage and shit was going on, they made sure they bottled water and stuff. They've done a lot of good stuff as a company. Of course, the host doesn't know how to use technology. It has nothing to do with technology, Jeff Nadel. I'm pressing the little timeout button on the side. It's not the host. It is the program and limiting you guys, or limiting me. So it has nothing to do with me. At least my shit for the most part works. Tomorrow, guys, if you see me go live, I'm messing around with YouTube to see if I can go straight up from YouTube. I saw Lindsay, and I think she's older than Hatter, to be honest. Blue Moon, that's not a real beer. Now, Wrestle Machine, did you really see Lindsay? If you did, we need a picture. By the way, we are missing Manny, so let's say hi to Manny real quick. Also, Dan D9, hopefully you're staying safe, bud. Haven't seen you for a minute. If you catch the replay, hi. MTS, go bake that bread. Hopefully we'll see you down the line. If we don't, then we're saying what's up. Also, Markham Moore, how you doing, buddy? If you are around. Shane O'Mac, if you show up, you show up. Just remember, when you're watching the replay, you can't hit the link and still get in on the replay. It doesn't work that way. If the show's not going on, the show's not going on. So even if you press the link, you can't get on. So Shane O'Mac just saying hi. Hatter can't handle older women. No, you can't. I got you, dog. Let's see. User error. Don't even know what you're talking about. Supporting my home state, even if it comes from the dump of a town, St. Louis. Hatter can't. Let's see. Check DMs. Hi, Manny. Where's Harley Mock been? I miss him. Harley Mock disappeared. I don't know. I never heard one response from him when I would send him a link via Patreon or anything like that. I don't know, guys. He even stopped being a Patreon member, which kind of was sad. He was my first original Patreon member, and I I know he wasn't really watching the videos because he was busy with school and stuff, so I really appreciated him. So I don't know. I've messaged him and I haven't heard nothing back. So Harley, I hope you're doing okay. If you're doing good, please reach out. Just let us know you're still around. But that is kind of like that's the deal with YouTube stuff. I know a lot of people that were here in the beginning, like TD and stuff like that, and now I just don't see him no more. So hopefully he's still around. What team hat is that? The Lake County Captains. Robert H., thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. The Lake County Captains. Yes, Harley Mock on milk carton. So Robert H., thank you so much. But somebody, I don't know who, Let's see. I got blocked for mentioning Mickey Mouse. Come on, man. Reds fan, man. I didn't mean to block you. I feel so bad, dude. But maybe you should have mentioned Grumpy instead. Maybe I wouldn't have blocked you. So anyways, guys, let's see. Should I show you guys? Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a hat real quick. Here we go. The first hat I'm going to show you, or the only hat I'm going to show you guys tonight. By the way, of course, you guys can still get on to the live chat if you guys want. Hatter's been delaying on those super chats because Hatter's mad because I make fun of him, but that's okay. Nice, Robert. The hat I'm about to show you, one of the minor league team stores did a really nice sell. Oh, I got to talk to you about lids and Fanatics. It's the freaking monopoly of the hat industry is finally taken over. It's official, and it is a pain in the ass. But before we get there, let's show you guys the hat I got. Bam! This is the Gwinnett Stripers fishtail out of the water, smacking that baseball's butt a little bit. I got this hat because I already have a couple of the Gwinnett Stripers hat, and it was really freaking awesome that the Gwinnett Stripers were doing like $10 hats, and then shipping was about $5, so I couldn't resist. That was a great deal. I need a good random comment to use for a super chat. Nice. Hughes Tex 99, my man. What's up? Hey, Hughes Tex 99. How you doing, bud? Sick hat. Have it. Good one. So that's a dope hat. So this to me was not like my favorite one out of the Gwinnett Stripers. So that's why it took me a minute to order it. But for $10, hopefully you guys hit them up. They do have this one currently on lids. They are selling it for about $26, $30 right now. So come on. $15. I don't care that I had to wait actually a couple weeks to get it. It was a great deal. And I don't know if they're still having the sale. I know that J38 tells me about the sales when they're going on. And sometimes I hit them up and everything like that. But anyways, Charleston Rivers Dogs had good deals. Here we go, guys. First of all, got some beer here. So, check DMs. I've been checking DMs. Russell Machine, ain't nothing there. Let's see here. There goes the chat. Hang on. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, yes. I remember this. Yes. Russell Machine, you were so right. I do remember this picture. I'm not going to put it out there, but I do remember that picture. Dude, you are a freaking investigator. Good job there, Russell Machine. Exposed. I'm not going to show the picture out of politeness to Lindsay and Hatter, of course, but mostly to Lindsay because, I mean, if it was just Hatter and shit and we're just screwing with Hatter, then I would show it, but a little respect there to Lindsay. So, yes, I do remember that picture. Thank you, Russell Machine, for reminding me. What's up, Hats? How you doing? The Comp Wiz, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a minute, so hopefully you're doing good. Anyway, so last night, I'm just kind of chilling. I went to bed and I woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Had a couple missed messages. Hatter went live playing hockey or some shit with his brother. He probably lost. Hatter, like I'm older. And I was looking on the internet and I checked out lids. They said that they're having, what was it, a 35% off sale or some shit. So I check up 3 hats that I've been wanting to get and stuff, but they weren't high on the list. So check them up, put them in the cart. I want to see what the price comes out. $95. First of all, I already mentioned this once. Lids, what the hell? With all the shit going on, I'm not getting paid to stay at home. That's why I'm working at Target. Plus, honestly, I needed a full-time job anyways. And I like working at, believe it or not, I like working at the Red store. But you're going to charge me not $4.99 for shipping. $7.99 for shipping. and I don't have the option to ship to store to get the free shipping. And I mentioned this already. This is freaking stupid of Lids. I want free shipping if you want me to order hats. I don't care. Might be nitpicking for $5. Hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah. As often as I order hats, hell yeah. And it wasn't $4.99 or $5.99. It was $7.99. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm going to go over to freaking Fanatics. Obviously, that's still Lids. They're advertising a 65% off sale. I choose the same exact 3 hats. It gives me a different discount amount. I think it was free shipping. Same fucking price. Are you freaking kidding me? Lid still gets you. Let's see here. Your comment move. Lid still gets you with the shipping though. Lids online sucks. Real, pretty much same price. Have bought one hat since the takeover, and that's because I had a gift card. Liz employee doesn't suck though. Hat Club, Hatland, new era, the way to go. Free shipping, no sales tax. I love Fanatics. Fanatics sucks. Well, if you love Fanatics, you love Lids. It's all the same shit. So it's like, am I wrong that Fanatics in a way, and I'm not going to say Lids only because like Lids was doing these kind of sales beforehand. Like, isn't Fanatics, I feel like, is deceiving the customer, saying that they're having a 60% off sale or some BS like that. They're saying that the discount is a lot higher, but the total purchase price for the exact same 3 hats still comes out the same price as Lids. Now, I will tell you the reason why I don't order from New Era is because even though you will get the free shipping if you spend like, I think it's like $39, but come on, man. If I could get 3 hats for $95, I know if I go to New Era, typically, first of all, they may not have the hats. Seriously, straight up, I've said this countless times. As much as I would like to sometimes maybe decrease my buying from Lids and support like Hat Club, you can use my link on Hat Club so I can earn a small commission. Let's just face it, man. Hat Club is just a little bit more expensive, obviously. $42, $45. Yes, you do get free shipping, but you're going to pay $45. You don't really get any discount. They do have their new membership service. Be honest, I've bought maybe like 2 hats, 3 hats since the membership service come along. I did pick up the Tar Pit hat. I thought that was a really great hat. Thought that was a really nice exclusive. So I had somebody pick it up for me, and I sent them the money because honestly, when it was dropped at 11 o'clock, I was on my way to work. So I had them pick it up. But it's like you're talking like $45 for a freaking hat. And I'm not complaining about that. What I'm complaining about is I feel deceived buying from Fanatics / Lids when they're saying a certain sale, but there's not really a sale going on if it's the same price. I don't know. What do you guys think? eBay is the way to go. I don't like eBay because, I'll be honest, for the most part, some people on eBay do not know how to ship. Ask Hatter. I think even J38 might have got a crushed hat once or twice, or Hatter got it from Dick's or some shit like that. And at least if you order from New Era and Liz or Fanatics, from my experience, Johnny G might say something differently because I know he's had a couple bad experiences. But my hats have not come crushed or anything like that. They come in a box. They don't come in an envelope or anything. So I just feel like you buying a hat from somebody that actually cares about their product for the most part is a lot better than buying it from somebody online who just looks to try to get rid of it. You guys, when I sell a freaking hat, I have a certain box I use. And I send everything in a box. Even if it's a dad hat, I send it in a box. I don't send it in a bag or anything, an envelope or anything. I send it in a freaking box because I care about the hat. I care about making sure that the hat gets to the person I'm selling to in good freaking, if not excellent condition. Shit, I even put the hats in freaking plastic bags when I ship out my hats. I don't care if I have to get a grocery bag or something. I want to make sure after conversations that when the hat ships, it's protected if the box does break and it reaches a climate where it's raining. So let's see here. I missed a couple comments. I know Hatter is a big supporter of the eBay buying hat field. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to hear what Hatter has to say because Hatter has let's see here. unless you try to get their heat drops and they sell out in 2 minutes. Yes, they do sell out in 2 minutes, and I think they do that for a reason, because obviously you don't want to have too much stock on hand. I almost feel like if as long as they're pre-order type stuff, like I think they're having a pre-order, but the shipment isn't supposed to be shipped out till July. That's what I don't like. Buy a hat now, you take our damn money, but I have to wait till July to get my hat. And yes, I'm a patient guy, but I gotta wait till July. And what happens if shit happens and the shit don't get manufactured, or there's delays in the shipment or something? Now we look into like what? August, September. Hell no, I can't do that. I am not a pre-order kind of guy. I don't like it. Let's see here. My local hat store is lids, so screw them. Reds fan Florida, you're lucky. OG Hat Club. Anyone bought from Jimmy Jazz? I don't know who Jimmy Jazz is. I got a cool teal and light blue Lakers hat. Had like 3 bad shipped hats. Hats are 25 to 30 with shipping compared to 40, 42. From eBay, only had 1 bad shipped hat from eBay. eBay, you have to worry about fakes. That is true as well. But I have got some good hats from eBay. The heck with Hat Club. You got to know an insider to get those hats that sell fast. Yeah, right. It's easy to spot fakes. I buy. Let's see here. I buy it from the same guy from eBay. He packages in a box with a lot of protection. That is good. And once you see a person that sells a hat like that, it's easy to go back to him. I was fine buying off eBay. I buy from them like anywhere else. That is good. Hit me up, J38. I'll have them ship it to you. Let's never protect their hats when they get shipped out. At least they have them in a box. Yeah, I agree with you. They should put them in a bag. But at least they have them in a box. So for the most part, they're protected that way. Happy Easter to everyone tomorrow, by the way. Yes, happy Easter there. Hughes 99. I'm a size 8. I have enough trouble finding my size. Yes, you do. Happy Easter. That's why I don't pre-order. I bought an NFL Sugar Skull pre-order hat. Let's see here. Hughes 99 is risen. Okay. Snib me hat. Snib. I know who you are. I would time you out, but I'm not going to. You too many. Manny, Lid sends the wine vouchers. I pre-ordered the Taxi series. Box gets damaged. How do I chat a link to a wallpaper I designed and edited for you all? It's a South Bay Lakers wallpaper. Have too many throughout the process. I don't even know what you're talking about. GP West 707. Speaking of anybody with a hook, you know how to get a hold of me. You got the hook. You know where to find me. You have a direct hook to me. So you know what to do if you really want. Wrestling Machine, that's pretty messed up, man. So anyways, what else we got going on? Today is kind of a slow day. The NFL draft's coming on. I was hoping to have my Baltimore Ravens expert come in and talk a little bit about the Baltimore Ravens draft and shit, but apparently Shane O'Mac knows nothing about football. He knows nothing about basketball, so there goes my freaking Baltimore Ravens pickup. Hatter couldn't even tell me if the Bears were going to pick anybody because, I don't know, I forget where he told me they're picking. There's a lot of people that potentially – I want to know who's going to take a risk on Tua. Is he going to get picked in the first round? Are people worried about what was this, ACL, his MCL, his ECL, whatever the hell it was? ESL coming back from that. So Raiders should get CD Lamb or Judy. Go Ravens, my second favorite team because of family. Go Niners, Manny Luna. Who are the Niners going to be grabbing? The Texans need to draft a new head coach. Unfortunately, you cannot draft a head coach. Let's see here. Panthers first, Ravens second for my favorites. I just like both their logos and stuff. I like the Panthers logos because the school I went to was the Panthers. So I've always kind of been a bandwagon Panthers fan way before Cam Newton, just because. I'm a super fan. Chiefs have the best pick in the first round, 30 seconds. Yeah, they do. Yeah. If you're obviously, just in case, if you're a hatter, if you don't know why the Chiefs have the 32nd pick, it's because if you win the Super Bowl, you get to pick last. Here's the new rule I should come up with. If you win the Super Bowl, do you really need to pick that coming up year in the draft? Hell no. Like, you can pick a second rounder instead. Have 2 second rounders. You don't need no damn first rounder. I don't feel sorry for you. Shit. I'm hoping CD Lamb and a I was going to say tight end, but it's a tight end. They won the Super Bowl. Duh. I'm afraid if I time you out again, Hatter, it might time out Manny, which actually may not be a bad thing because he spelled tight end really bad. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Manny, you get timed out because don't you have a bachelor's or some shit from a prestigious university known as like Fresno State and you spelling tight end wrong? I'm not trying to be the grammar police. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to be the grammar police. But, we all looking bad here. If you got a guy with the bachelor's working at Best Buy, you got a guy with a AA degree working at the Red Store, and we got a guy with a bachelor's, and he working at Safeway, and he can't even spell tight end. Aaron C., thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But he is. Yeah, Aaron. So I'm just saying, guys. Now let's get back to baseball because you guys tend to know baseball a little bit better. Or I'm just really curious. What do you guys think of this realignment? And I'm pulling it up on my phone. And I did mention, by the way, a little props to myself. I did mention they should play in Arizona. If you guys hadn't heard, this might be too mundane, but basically you're going to have 3 divisions in the Cactus League, and then 3 divisions in the Grapefruit League. And it's going to be kind of cool because you're gonna see teams that aren't typically playing each other. Yes, you do see the teams play each other because of the interleague squads and everything. I was trying to look at this, and I thought overall it wasn't a bad alignment. Would you guys? This may not be working for logistics. Do you want to say hi to the people here, T-Ball? You want to say hi to the people?
Just getting my coronavirus blankie.
You don't want to say hi to T-Ball? Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
There you go. There's T-Ball. He says hi, everybody. Look at GP West 707's on there. You say hi to GP?
Hi.
Okay, and the Reds Machine, J38, and Aaron. You say hi?
Hi.
Don't forget the Comp Whiz.
Hi.
Okay, bye, T-Ball.
Bye.
Let's see here. Hi, T-Ball. Yeah, any big on the NBA G League? South Bay Lakers, OKC, Blue, Greensboro Swarm, Grand Rapids Drive. Let's see. Hi, T-Ball. Hi, T-Ball. I will find you. Send me hat. So I like the realignment. Now, do you guys think that this could be an idea that might stick when they come out of this? Because I feel like they need to do a little realignment anyways. I don't want to see, here we go on the Cactus League for the Northwest Division because it's Northwest, West, and Northwest. I'm sorry, Northeast. God dang it. Why can't we just call it Northeast, South? I don't know. Something a little bit more simpler. So you got Northeast, which is the D-backs, the Cubs, the Rockies, the Giants, A's. I kind of don't want to see the Giants and the A's in the same division. I mean, if anything, they could throw them in the West or even the Northwest. I don't understand that part, but then again, there you go. In the West, you have the Dodgers, Cincinnati, the White Sox, the Indians, and the Angels. With the West Division, I still don't understand, but why can't they just throw all the American League teams in the Northeast? Still kind of keep it a little bit up. They're still going to play against each other, but why do they have to mix it up that way? I don't get it. Maybe can you guys help me out? Hola, Senor T-Ball. Keep it NL versus AL. Where's the link? NL, I'm Arizona, and AL in Florida. I mentioned that one last week, Wrestle Machine. That's the one that I said that the NL should be in Arizona and the AL should be in Florida. So I actually did do that last week. Hatter, I keep posting the links if this is what you're talking about. So I did mention that last week. The Northwest is the Brewers, the Texas, the Padres, the Mariners, KC. I feel like out of all the divisions, and I could be wrong, of course, I'm wrong a lot here, even though I'm the smartest guy on YouTube, and my favorite baseball commissioner of all time is Robert Manfred. Yes, I feel like this is probably the worst division of them all because you got Brewers. Have the Rangers been relevant since 2010, 2011? Seriously. San Diego, Hatter. Here we go. This should be fucking good. Are you guys ready? What the fuck? Indians and Reds in the West Division? Here we go, guys. Let's see. See, Hatter's already wandering off. He's already wandering off. Shit.
I'm getting
White
my hands
Sox
busted here.
but Cubs in Northeast, by the way. And then you have the Padres. Okay, the Padres are an up and coming team, but they still suck. Let's just face it, they still suck. And the Mariners, let's just face it, they suck. They're a good young prospect team. And then Kansas City. I would think with any team in this whole division for the Northwest, Kansas City would probably be the favorites. Pretty sure Hatter's going to tell me the wrong. But before we get to the Grapefruit League, here are my picks for the Northeast because of the way that they are aligned. And I'm probably going to get my ass chewed out for this, but I don't really give a shit. But I'm going to have to go with the Cubs. I can't say it, but I'll say the other one, the Angels, and I'll say Kansas City. What do you think about that? I feel like obviously I'm not picking the Dodgers because they're the Dodgers, but the Dodgers are going to have a very good chance of winning. But I can't really count on the White Sox doing anything. I can't really count on the Reds. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Reds can do this coming year, but I can't really look at them. Indians are going to be competitive. I just don't know if they could be in that division. With the Dodgers and the Angels, they would have a little bit better of probably of a finish than the Angels. But they're too wishy-washy. Hatter, what do you think of that group there, or any of that group on the Cactus League side?
For me, on the Cactus League side, I don't know if you saw my post the other day.
Of course, I did. It's all wrong.
When I went crazy, so I gave a grade for each division in each league. For me, the Northwest seems pretty weak. I mean, of like strong teams, the Brewers are the ones that stand out. And the other teams are like either going to be contenders or they're getting their shit back together. So for me, I would switch out either the Giants or A's in the Northeast for a Northwest team. Kind of even it out. The West Division is really strong. So
I mean, yeah, you could switch out the A's and throw in the Padres. I mean, just have it all National League. I don't understand that.
So for my picks in the Cactus League, the division winners, I have the Cubs in the Northeast. LA,
did you pick the Cubs because you felt they were the right team, or you picked the Cubs because of your, because you love the Cubs?
Both.
No, can't have both. What are you looking at? Your cat? This is what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to see who's coming down the.
Oh, if it's your dad, tell him we said hi. Hatter not in 8-bit. If the Dodgers can't win with bets, they never will. Hi, Mr. Nadel.
Oh, hey. What's happening?
Not much. We're talking about the realignment potentially for next year and who, how overall it's looking.
What do you mean next year?
For this.
Well, this year.
This year.
Yeah, it already feels like we're waiting for next year already at this point in time.
I just read an article. I think I was talking with my younger son, and he said, "Oh no, it's going to be in Phoenix and it's going to be in Florida." I'm like, "No, it's going to all be in Arizona." And I just read an article by a sports writer here in Chicago that all 30 teams in Arizona.
Yeah, they switched it up. The original rumor was all Arizona, and then I actually suggested they should do Arizona and Florida, and then something just came out recently where they already came out with 3 divisions for Arizona and Florida. So they're working on something.
It's be nice to see baseball.
Tell me about it.
There's so many details that have to get worked out.
And they're saying, from what I remember, they're saying about maybe mid-May to possibly up to July even.
Yeah.
I think I do it the right way.
Yeah. No, and they said, I was just reading that article by the sports writer here in the Chicago Tribune. It's like they, if one person gets sick, then this whole thing gets shut down. And it's all for naught.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And what do you think about the double headers with 7-inning games? I'm not a fan of them, but I mean, I understand they got to do what they need to do to try to get a lot of the games in if they want to get that many games in.
Yeah, I don't know. I still see that they could play 9 innings, play triple headers. start them at 11, 3, and 7 o'clock at night.
I mean, what else are they going to do? I mean, they're just going to sit in the hotel room. So
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that idea. I like that idea.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with that idea, but they were saying, I was listening to talk radio driving up to Wisconsin the other day for a job, and they were talking about this idea when it first was proposed, and they're like, well, that's great, all the athletes are in top physical condition, but what about and they're in the age group where they could fight this off if one of them got it. What about the coaches? What about the scouts and all the other people, the staff members? They're in a different age group, and they're not in top physical condition. So what do you do?
Yeah, and that's probably going to be the biggest holdup of everything. Hang on, Bracey, I'm talking. That's going to be probably the biggest holdup of everything, because you're right. What are they going to do? Because they're the ones that are susceptible to all the potential bad stuff that could happen.
Yeah.
So
then I was reading, they talked about it the other day. Whereas you got a batter, you got a catcher, and you got an umpire. They're going to stay 6 feet apart. The umpire's calling balls and strikes from 12 feet away.
And did you see that they were talking about bringing in the robo-umps already?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they were talking because of that. They were talking about just having the robo-ump do the balls and the strikes, and just have the ump nearby just to call anything at the plate, or any plays at the plate.
What do you do about first base?
Well, you still have an umpire at first base, but he can stand kind of 6 feet apart.
What about you got a baseball, you got a first baseman, you got a runner. What do you do?
The softball rule with the 2 bases, right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, but I just wanted to come back. Go ask your mom, please. That's my youngest son.
He's fine.
Yeah, he has autism, so he once he gets on a thing, he doesn't stop until we kind of answer him.
Nope, I understand.
So he's a good little guy, but he can be a handful like all kids.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So
they're a handful of 25 too, right, John?
Yeah,
24 technically.
Yeah, his birthday's May 5th. No, May 4th. May 4th.
Star Wars Day.
Yep. That's the only reason I remember. It actually helps.
That's the only reason I remember too. That's why I'm friends with him on Facebook, so Facebook can remind me.
That's funny. See, Hatter, your dad's funnier than you are. You can't make that joke.
Of course he is.
All right. Thank you.
Talking to you.
Bye. See you later.
Don't forget it's Uncle Bill's birthday.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. GP, make them wear masks and make them play. Robot, they got good. They can see from far away. What's the little Sergio? It's not little Sergio. Hatter, dad has jokes. Yes, he did, man. Okay, so what were you saying, Hatter?
They have. I've seen pictures of baseball games. I don't know if it was Major League Baseball, but players back during the Spanish flu were wearing the masks. So masks are a total plausible idea.
And did it help?
Not sure, but it is a plausible idea.
Like, did the players or anybody get affected?
Better than no mask.
I know, but did it help prevent? Did anybody come up with the Spanish flu or whatever that was going on?
Well, let's put it this way: with the baseball, there was no big statistics that it affected anything. But
Gotcha.
there was like a big parade. I forget why. I want to say it was the 4th of July parade in Philadelphia in 1918 or 19 that really screwed over everyone. Like, they were told, basically like us, social distance, stay home, don't congregate together. And Philadelphia's like, nah, F it. And pretty much half the city got sick.
Aaron C says, make all the players wear masks. I'm not against that, but the problem is, I've been working with the mask the last couple of days at work, and I can barely stand wearing that thing for a couple hours. It gets really uncomfortable. So, and these guys are running around the bases. Some of these guys wear glasses. I can't see it. Also, Reds fan says don't forget to take out the trash hatter.
Got it.
Please stop, please.
Well, I mean, yeah, the masks are uncomfortable, but I mean, if you wear them for like 4 hours, like a baseball game might.
Why
get
can't
to.
the coaches and the umps just wear the mask? Since obviously they're the ones that are more
Right.
susceptible to everything.
But I mean, consider wearing like one of those masks for like 8, 12 hours, like some of the health workers are doing out there, like my sister. So put that in consideration. Being
I do.
being uncomfortable, and not just for you, but for everyone out there. Let's remind that they're really out there. And my sister went to work tonight, and
About fucking time. Hey, how come I'm not on the front line getting recognition? I work at Target.
yeah,
You work at Best
hey,
Buy.
baseball.
I'm actually around people more than you are.
Would you like some brownie points for that?
Actually, yes, I would. You got any brownies?
I mean, if you go on like the radio or TV, they're giving out recognition anyway, so go feel good from them.
I know my wife said that Starbucks was giving out free coffee to hospital workers, but there's no Starbucks nearby. Okay, so now you have
back to the leagues.
Okay.
So I feel like I mentioned before, the Cubs are better as a short-term team than a long-term team, I think. So in the short term, depending on how long the season would go, Cubs would probably be in a better situation, having better, shorter stints. So they would win the Northeast Division. Dodgers would win the West. Brewers would win the Northwest. And then for the wild card, it'd be the A's.
Would they still do a wild card? They would, right?
Yeah, I would assume they would.
Okay.
So I have the A's and the Angels, and the Angels will get the number 1 wild card.
The A's and the Angels in the wild card. As usual, Hatter, you are dead wrong.
Wow.
Didn't see that one coming off.
Please tell me more.
You are really not giving any credit to the Indians or the Padres, huh?
Well, I mean, the Padres are going to make it competitive. Padres and the White Sox are going to make it competitive. Indians, probably not.
Can you go bug your brother, please? See, look, I'm talking to Hatter. Talking to Hatter. Go bug your brother. And he's drinking his Mountain Dew. I'll be up in a minute. Okay. Twins are stacked. What you expect? He's a Cubs fan. Nah, just show up in scrubs. A's, Angels could be good. It could, but then I'm really confused because deep down I grew up an A's fan. I want to see Mike Trout be successful, win a World Series. Hatter always says that Mike Trout is a nobody since he can't win that World Series. So it would be a good game. I would watch it in a heartbeat. Let's see. So let's move on to the Grapefruit League. On the north side, this is where I kind of think they screwed things up a little bit, but it'd be a very competitive division. You got the Yankees, Blue Jays, Phillies, Tigers, Pirates. Right off the bat, I am sorry if we have Detroit or Pirates fans. They're out of it already. Yep. They're completely out of it. South, you got the Red Sox, Tampa, Atlanta, Twins, Orioles. Right off the bat, bye Tampa, bye Baltimore. The Twins are a very good up-and-coming team. The Braves are obviously a good up-and-coming team, and you can't go against the Red Sox, even though they might be the third on the list here that are looking in. I think it's going to come down to the Braves and the Twins on this one.
Okay.
And then the East, you got Washington, the
Astros. Division.
Huh?
This is a stacked division. I like this one.
The Nationals, the Astros, the Cards, the Mets, the Marlins. Well, obviously, here's what they should freaking do. Here's what they should do. Screw this. You need to throw the Mets, the Marlins, the Tigers, the Pirates, and Tampa Bay all in a division. And then just throw them in. Let one of those teams freaking win. Let them have the wild card. Basically, that's what you're doing. You're going to give one of those teams the wild card because it's either going to come down. I'm going to say the Phillies. I think the Phillies are going to have a good year. Phillies, Yankees in the North. That's who the two teams are going to be at the top. You're going to have the Twins and the Braves, as I mentioned. And then, of course, you got to go back with Houston. or Washington. I mean, and of course, I got to always pick St. Louis because they're a very good team. Houston, they lost some of their pitchers this year, and with all the crap going on, they're going to be under a microscope. We'll see if they can handle the pressure. So I'm going to pick the Phillies. I'll go with the Twins, and I'll go with St. Louis. The wild card is going to be Washington, and let's throw the Blue Jays in there. New York is probably going to be looking, probably going to be watching the games at home this year. What do you got on that?
Wait, you're totally discarding the Yankees?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
That's ballsy.
Yeah, because obviously they can get in. They can easily get in.
Right. So for me, the North Division, I give it a B, South B plus, and East is.
I don't want to hear a grade. This is not a freaking school final.
I'm just kind of making my comments here. So in the North, I got the Yankees winning the division. South goes to Atlanta.
Oh my God! Why the Yankees?
And East going to St. Louis because.
We got to put this on record. Hatter, who absolutely hates the Cardinals, is picking Cardinals.
Yeah, fuck the Cardinals. But I mean, looking at a stat point, Houston. I mean, they lost Garrett Cole, and they're going to be distracted. I mean, all the players are going to be so sore from getting hit by pitches like twice during an at bat. So they're going to be too sore to be playing ball.
Man, hang on, time out.
Washington would be really competitive in that division. But I got St. Louis winning. Jordan Hicks is going to be a really up and coming closing pitcher that in the future I'm not going to want to face with the Cubs. It's just going to be brutal. The top wild card goes to the Twins, and then second wild card goes to the Phillies.
Where's the Braves?
Oh, Braves won the South.
What about my idea of making an easy league?
Well, Tampa Bay wouldn't be an easy league. They made the wild card, I think, last year. So instead of Tampa Bay, you would have Detroit, Pittsburgh, Miami, Baltimore.
But Baltimore, if you're putting Baltimore, I think if you throw Baltimore up there, they could actually be a surprise team, especially in that kind of division.
Adley Rutschich, the catcher, up and coming. I like him.
Did he even make the team?
I don't think
so, right?
Yet.
They're all on a freeze anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The vibe I see here, we have a lot of people saying F the Yankees. Bryce Harper's not overrated. If I could time you guys out again, I would. He is not overrated. I don't understand how he is considered overrated. If he's overrated, so is pretty much everybody in baseball, including Mike Trout, who can't even win the World Series. And I love Mike Trout. Let's see here. Around election time as planned, so basically November, Seattle has a ton of young talent. That's why Seattle is a good up-and-coming team, because they do. See, Rob S. agreed, Reds fan, about, I guess, Bryce Harper. I time all you guys out. I would,
Ooh.
But I can't.
Ooh. Hey, at Target, where's the Band-Aids at? Do you put any Neosporin on those burns when you get hurt from all those Bryce Harper's overrated comments?
No. I take them and wear them, and I remember
what kind of Band-Aid do you use?
When
do you
he
a Barbie
rips
Band-Aid or a
everybody
Snoopy Band-Aid?
and wins another World Series, wins his World Series, I'm gonna say, told you so.
So for sure, Bryce Harper will win a World Series or two at least with the Phillies. But the thing is, my brother and dad agreed with me that, because I was watching the replay of the David Bodie walk-off home run grand slam last night on Marquee Network. We agree.
This is not a plug to your local network.
We agreed that Bryce Harper will get World Series for the Phillies, but he's overpaid because the exact year after he left the Nationals won the World Series. His payment has been negated then. His overworth has been negated then.
Yeah.
Because the team won from subtraction. So like he's overpaid then.
We can't use that OP word. Now, J30, where did he go here? Robert H. said that Jared Kelenic on the Mariners looks good. He does, but obviously he's going to be in the minors for a couple more years. But he's a very good-looking prospect for the Mariners because I know exactly who he is. Rob says, well, Harper leaves Washington and the Nats win a World Series. How do you explain that? Sometimes it just happens. I mean,
Bunch happens.
the Giants won 3 World Series in like 5 years. Did anybody see that? Honestly, realistically, anybody see that coming? Hell no. Hell no. And the Dodgers, who are kicking ass every year, make the playoffs or they destroy the division, win 100 games, and they suck in the playoffs. How do you explain that? Well, what? So should they trade Clayton Kershaw? Is he holding them back?
Probably.
When they win the World
We'll
Series?
see. They should do it like soccer, where they put a player on loan to another team for like half a season,
Right.
full season, and then see how it goes.
And Russell Machine says that the Dodgers will win a World Series after he leaves. Yes. How did the Giants win 3 World Series? It was amazing. Yes, it was. Dodgers managers holding them back. I don't want to say the Dodger manager holding them back because I told you my opinions on managers before. It just sometimes just does not gel for whatever reason. And so it's like, I don't know. Let's see here. Build a bridge and get over Hats Harper. Harper is overrated. First of all, Reds fan in Florida. I'm gonna have to talk to your brother, that Clay guy who made an appearance last week. First of all, I will never get over Bryce Harper because I named my kid after him. Did you guys already forget that? I love the Peoria Chiefs hat. So I will have a Bryce in my life for the rest of my life, regardless. And then let's see here. J38, he started Kershaw and called him in when he shouldn't have. 3-card collector. Why do you put people in timeout for doing that?
3-card collector.
3-card collector. First of all, man. It's Hatter, do you want to call it a meme of you getting put in timeout? Can we call that kind of a meme? I'm not really sure the definition of a meme.
No,
it putting you in timeout is a meme almost.
If you really stretch it, I guess you can make a meme out of anything. But
yeah,
a dank meme. No, you could not make a dank meme out of me being timed out. To be honest,
because now it's
maybe you could. Maybe someone's creative enough, but I don't.
Because now it's like everybody, whenever they get timed out, we call it the Hatter moment.
See, that's good.
You just joined the Hatter Club. And then also, just so you know, 3-card collector, it doesn't matter what you did. It's part of the comedic relief in the show of what is kind of the stupidest thing you're going to say for me to put you in timeout. Does that make sense?
Well, when you define it as comedic relief, I don't understand it.
That's why you always get in timeout. Because you don't get it. Like Moke's kindergarten joke. Did anybody really get that one? That's why he got timed out. And also, 3-card collector, if you were here last week, what was it, on Thursday, you would get the joke a little bit better today about why you got timed out. So that's all it is. Fire Roberts. Poor Walker Buehler. That was his game. He even cried after the game. Comp Wiz, come on, where the Philly Fanatic fans at? Russell Machine, if anybody had David Freese cards, I would buy trade. He's my favorite player. Day 38, exactly. Roberts never should have went to Kershaw when he did. Buehler over Kershaw. Your Bryce good. Philly Bryce not good. Philly Fanatic mocking Don Zimmer was hilarious. I saw on YouTube from 1988. Kershaw lost the lead, but Joe Kelly was the nail in the coffin. What's up, Hats? How you doing, bud? I want to be on the podcast. We can talk about wrestling. Well, I've been putting the little invite link out there, but nobody wants to join. And Hatter, I will say, is the Braves fan. Plus, Reds fans' internet connection sucks because he lives in a freaking cave in Montana. Let's see here. Okay. So what else you got going on today? What's up with the hat?
For me?
No, for your freaking garage sale you got going on back there again. Yes, for you.
Jeez. Well, I got 2 new of the hat boxes or shoe boxes, so I've been reorganizing. If you can see. It's not responding. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
So, kind of trying to do some new organization because things are just all over the place now. So I have this one is for off season Chicago hats. This one is for random hats. Another random hat box. Off season non Chicago sports hats. But this is gonna be like the like basketball hat.
Now, Hatter, what are you doing about your organization? Because I know you organize your hats based off of the season, but technically, basketball and hockey season is not over, and it might come back and play later than normal. What would you do with your organization?
Well, and then I have a lot of the hockey hats now. So I have Eastern Conference and Western Conference.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Rob S. How you doing tonight?
Rob.
What's up? How you doing?
Decent.
Good. We are checking out Hatter's hat organization or lack thereof.
Oh, hold on, wait. Can you see this?
We can see it. I like that one. Your Stars and Stripes one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now,
The Sox are gonna suck this year, though. They're not gonna be good. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, I am okay with admitting I did pick them to win back-to-back World Series, and I looked like a total dork last year.
Whoops.
So
Yeah, I don't know what happened last
I
year.
don't either.
But this year you turn around and trade
Zoom
your
hacker.
best player in Mookie Betts and your second best pitcher in David Price, and now your best pitcher, Chris Sale, is on the shelf with Tommy John surgery. They're going to be garbage. Like, I think Tampa Bay is going to win that division, to be honest.
Ooh.
I like Tampa. If I had to make a pick in that division.
So we're kicking out Hatter because he's got like ADHD and he already took off for whatever reason. So you got Tampa Bay. So you're really giving no credence to Atlanta or Minnesota.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Well, Atlanta's in the NL. I like Atlanta in the NL East. I'm talking about AL East.
Technically, if they go through with this, they'd be in the south of the Grapefruit League.
Huh?
Have you not heard the rumors that they're going to have a league in the Arizona and a league in Miami or in Florida?
No. I just got here.
Well, okay. So Hatter posted the other day, and I saw this on ESPN as well, that Major League Baseball was going to have 3 divisions in Arizona, 3 divisions in Miami.
Oh, okay. All right.
And, right now, they're projecting.
I haven't seen.
So they're saying that they're going to have in the Grapefruit League, where the Red Sox would be at, they're going to have a north, south, and east. And then the Cactus League, they're going to have a northwest, a west, and a northwest. Or I'm sorry, a northeast, a west, and a northwest. Yes, it's confusing. But anyway,
It sounds it.
So for the South, for the Red Sox, they're predicting that the Red Sox, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Minnesota, Baltimore would all be in the same division.
All right. I like Atlanta then. I like Atlanta. Oh, without a doubt. I think Atlanta's going to be good. I mean, pitching-wise, Atlanta it might be a little sketchy, but they can mash. Atlanta's got a good lineup, I think.
What about the Twins? You don't give the Twins a little bit of advantage with their veteran?
Yeah, the Twins are tough. Yes. I mean, I think it would be either out of Atlanta or Minnesota in that division.
Because I had it coming down to Tampa, Atlanta, and the Twins, and I picked Atlanta to take that division as well. The other division was the Yankees, Blue Jays, Phillies, Tigers, and Pirates. And I already said you could kick out Tigers and the Pirates. And I picked I believe I remember right. I already kind of forgot. I picked the Phillies and the Blue Jays to be fighting it out. What do you think about that? I'm giving the Yankees a year off.
I like the Phillies. I don't know about I don't know about that, but I like the Phillies for sure.
The only thing the Blue Jays are missing is pitching, because I really can't name you a pitcher on the Blue Jays. Can you?
No, and I don't know. Why do I feel like Toronto is never like they're always projected to be good and they're never good? Like I feel like Toronto every year we're just waiting for Toronto to be that team, and they haven't.
Because they get so much talked about their prospects. Now, I do agree that Trey Mancini is a great player. Robert H. says, Reds fan, thank you very much for the 199 super chat. But I do agree about Trey Mancini. The problem is, overall, Orioles are not a great team overall.
The Orioles are garbage.
Yeah. And then my phone died again. And then in the East, they have Washington, Houston, St. Louis, the Mets, and the Marlins. So I already said, obviously,
it would have to be
the Mets and the Marlins.
Washington or Houston.
And I said that the Astros, it would come down to the Cardinals and Washington.
Yeah. Well, maybe Houston, if they can, like you had said, it depends on all the stuff that's going on. I mean, Houston still has a talented team.
Yes.
But if they can put all the distractions and all the issues and everything behind them.
Yes.
But Houston still got a lineup. I mean, they've got some talent on that Houston team.
And it's going to help them. I don't care what people say, all the Astro fans out there, I don't care what you say. It is going to help them tremendously playing games with no fans. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Now, here was my other suggestion. They need to get rid of one whole division and put the Tigers, the Pirates, the Orioles, Tampa Bay, and the Marlins in one division. What do you think about having crappy teams in that division?
Are you going to call that the toilet bowl division? Is that what you're going to call that?
We're gonna finally see one of those teams in a wild card spot to be in the playoffs.
Then you have a chance for one of those crap teams to make the playoffs at least.
Everybody loves an underdog.
Absolutely. We'll call it the team that gets kicked out of the playoffs in the first round division, maybe.
Hey, they still get a playoff check, don't they?
Well, I guess, yeah. I guess. I mean, I guess you could. That's one good thing.
And then they can market their team next year when they raise their little wild card flag of winning a wild card or whatever, getting a wild card spot. They could sell their little wild card, merchandise. They can market it.
We could pull an Indianapolis Colts.
And then Reds fan is giving me crap because Tampa Bay was in the wild card last year, you dumbass. I know, but it's Tampa Bay. Everybody shits on Tampa Bay for the most part because they're kind of like the A's.
You never know.
Like the A's.
You never know what's going to happen with Tampa Bay. I feel like they're that team that they come out of nowhere. Like last year, who thought they were going to be as good as they were? All year I was looking for that team to fall, and they never did.
And Robert H. says he likes Brandon McKay. Brandon McKay, if I remember right, he's the two-way player, just like Green from the Reds. I want to say he was a little bit injured, but he's supposed to be a really good – we got a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you usually drink Rockstar and Mountain Dew?
No. Today I got a combination of this. Here. So let me see.
I gotta try that. I keep forgetting to pick it up. I gotta try that. Is there a top 5 team in all baseball since 2008?
Oh, who? What was that? I didn't hear you.
Reds fan is apparently he's jumping on the Tampa Bay bandwagon, which we give him permission to jump on the bandwagon. He says, "Is there a top 5 team in all baseball since 2008?"
I mean, Tampa's that up and down team, They're good, they're not. They're good, they're not,
Exactly.
I mean, and they are in such a tough division. I mean, when you're in the same division with the Sox and the Yankees, I mean, that's a tough division to be in. If they were in another division, they'd probably dominate it.
And that's not even to mention the Blue Jays are potentially up and coming since they got Bichette, they got Biggio, they got Vladdy. You know, they got some really
Vlad
good.
Jr., man. I forgot about Vlad Jr. Like, that kid can mash the baseball. I mean, you know, if these youngsters can get, you know, with Bichette and Vlad, and don't they have another? Don't they have Biggio's kid there too?
Kevin.
I mean, they've got some young studs. They might be a couple of years away, though.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
definitely.
mean? And I mean, you know, the Sox, even though I feel like the Sox might have a down year this year, with I feel like they'll be right back next year. Hatter jumping on my bandwagon.
This was a
The
this was
Blue Jays have so
$10.
much talent. Kevin Biggio, Roddy Tellez, etc. Roddy Tellez, if you guys aren't aware of him, he used to be a really high-ranked Blue Jays prospect, but he's kind of gone down a lot the last number of years. A lot of people kind of forgot who he is. I remember watching one spring training game a couple years ago, and the announcers didn't even know who the heck he was. It was so freaking fun. They're like, we don't know who this guy is, and it literally took him a whole inning to tell us who he is. So I do know that. Also, you got to remember, the Red Sox don't like to lose, regardless.
No.
And knowing that this kind of season is going to be the way it is, they might not be scared.
I mean, they could make a move. They could make a move. I don't know how it's going to work as far as like trade deadline and this, that, the other. I mean, they could go out and grab a couple of pitchers.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, they're right back in it.
Yeah.
I mean, because they do even without Mookie Betts, and I hate to say it, because he is their best player, and I'm very upset that they got rid of him. But even without him, they still have a good lineup. And if the division's going to be as you were saying, they're still going to be competitive in that division.
J38 has been watching a shitload of Moneyball because he says the Rays got better in 2019 for less money. Yeah, I know. So have the A's, but what has it gotten them? Nothing. At the end of the day, all we remember is who wins the World Series. Now,
absolutely.
What do you think of the Cactus League in the Northeast? It is Arizona, Chicago, the Rockies, the Giants, the A's. I personally felt that it's hard for me to say it, but I had to say it. I felt like the Cubs were the favorites in that division.
Watch out for Arizona. I mean, Arizona, I feel like, was good all year until the last 6 weeks they started to fall off last year. I mean, Arizona could be tough.
Robert,
but I mean, yeah,
he thinks the A's will be good.
I like the Cubs. The Hatter, I like the Cubs in that division. If I had to pick one right now today.
J38.
But again, we don't have a deadline.
It's funny. We actually all agreed for once, and we chose the Cubs, and not because we were going, kissing Hatter's ass. We actually think the Cubs are actually going to be a good team. The team that I would have to watch, though, closely is to see how the Rockies do because of Nolan Arenado. The Rockies are not a bad team, and you can't count on the A's. You can't count on the A's.
The Rockies were another team last year. The Rockies were another team last year who were good most of the year, and then they started to fall off late in the second half.
And this is going to be a short season, so it could do one of these teams really good. Now, in the West, here is where I just thought I used my bias card on this one, but we have the Dodgers, the Reds, the White Sox, the Indians, and the Angels, and I said it was going to be the Angels to win it.
I mean, watch out for Cleveland. Cleveland seems like they're always tough. Even last year, I mean, Cleveland was good. Like, they were strong all of last year, I think, because they're in a crappy division. But if this is the division this year, but watch out for Cleveland. I think they could be, competitive. They'll be there at least toward the end.
And I did pull my bias card because I have said in the past I feel like the Dodgers are on the brink of a World Series. I just can't actually say they're going to win one because I would have to shoot myself in the head with the freaking.
Well, I mean, the Dodgers with their lineup. I mean, you can't deny right now today, if I had to pick a winner for the World Series, I might have to say the Dodgers. I mean, they're gonna be tough.
Yes, and
You know,
and a small little part of me is almost hoping that the whole baseball season gets canceled because then Mookie Betts will never play a game with the Dodgers.
I'm jonesing over here for basketball and hockey season because the Bruins had the best record in hockey, and the Celtics had won 8 out of 10 or something like that, and now there's no basketball or hockey. Hatter, yes, the Bruins had the best record in the NHL. In case you didn't know.
And the funny part is Robert H. actually kind of reminded me of something I forgot a little bit, honestly, because I still haven't gotten used to it. Anthony Rendon as an Angels. I kind of forgot a little bit about it because with everything going on, a lot of this headlines in the news and everything of these players joining the new teams have kind of gone away. Like nobody's talking about Houston's stuff no more. Nobody's talking about the Red Sox. Nobody's talking about Hatter no more. You know, shit's kind of disappeared.
I wouldn't even talk about Hatter. Jeez.
The thing of it is, with everything that's going on, you know, I haven't even been paying a lot of attention to sports because they're not on the field. You know, I mean, I have since this whole censor thing, you know, this whole thing that's been going on.
Yeah,
I haven't been paying any attention to anything because there's no games, so who cares?
Yeah.
When they get back on the field, I've been watching a lot of wrestling.
Same here. I've been watching WWE Network a little bit more, which is actually kind of nice.
AEW.
Oh wait.
Look, Hatter, you're going on timeout again. Let's see. Yes, and Rune June to the Blue Jays. I forgot about that one too. So, and then the last division was the Northwest, and you had the Brewers, Texas, San Diego, Seattle, KC. And I said, I think I remember I said KC because the Mariners is not their year. The Padres, they're
maybe Milwaukee. Maybe Milwaukee.
I'm not sold on Milwaukee as a whole, other than Christian Yelich and Ryan Braun. I don't know if they have enough pitching. They still got Domingo Santana, right?
Maybe in a short season, though, Milwaukee could potentially be the, you know.
Also, Yelich is coming back from the knee injury. Hopefully he's healthy, though.
Yes. But, I mean, Milwaukee could be a player in that division anyway.
Oh, yeah, they're for sure. I just feel like KC could surprise people because the Rangers haven't done squat.
No, the Rangers, I don't know what's going on with that team.
And the other thing is, I was thinking, and nobody's really mentioned this because this is pretty new in a sense, and this isn't even official, but a lot of these teams that play in places like Minnesota, San Francisco, you know, these dead ballparks, Miami, this could hugely help them to win more games playing in these environments of Florida and Arizona. And I think that's another aspect in this short season to look at. Yeah,
without a doubt. That's a good point.
If you had to put money on a dark horse team out of the Grapefruit League, who would you pick? If you had to put money on a dark horse team out of the Grapefruit League, who would you pick?
Yeah, who's in that division again? I don't have any of that stuff in front of me.
Basically, you'd be picking from I would have to say, the Tigers, the Pirates, Orioles, Tampa Bay, of course. The Mets and the Marlins would probably be the least likeliest team that would win anything.
Tampa, maybe? Tampa? If I had to pick somebody out of that group, I'd probably say Tampa.
And that's a safe pick, too. That's a safe pick.
But, I'd have to go with Tampa on that.
And then in the Cactus, I have to say it, but I will say it, the A's and Giants, Arizona, Cincinnati, Chicago, Seattle, Texas, and San Diego.
A dark horse team. I mean, San Diego's got to be good sooner or later. I mean, I'd like to see San Diego do something. I mean, when was the last time the Padres were any good? When Tony Gwynn was playing on the team? I mean, geez.
First of all, this is why Hatter got
I do-
kicked off. He made a comment in the comment section instead of being live on the air with us to give us his 4 cents. So, Hatter, what is going on
Where'd he
here?
go? Where'd he
What is
go?
going
Yeah.
on?
Oh, there he
Okay.
By the way, I've been saying for how long this offseason, the Cincinnati Reds are a team to watch. So they're my dark horse team.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Robert H has San Diego has tons of talent. I like the problem here. See, here's the problem with teams like San Diego or even for me Milwaukee. Like they got the talent, but I don't feel they have the pitching, and you got to have some pitching.
Absolutely, pitching's everything.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you plan on having enough pitching to just be able to outslug people. So
Yeah,
if
like
you
the
can beat teams 10-9 or 11-10, then if you're gonna Bronx bomb people. I hate to say that was bad, but you got that's the only way if you have no pitching. But usually in the playoffs, pitching wins championships, obviously.
Hatter, what was your 4 cents about the Royals losing 103 games and now they're World Series favorites?
Yeah, no, I was making a point that you're calling them a division winner compared to the Brewers, and the Brewers have Christian Yelich. They did lose.
Did you hear about the
Travis
injury
Shaw,
part?
but they still have Lorenzo Cain. They have Woodruff, who's a decently starting pitcher. They have Knievel. They have Hader. Hader is a great pitcher.
Half the people outside of Milwaukee cannot name Josh Hader. Hader.
Hader. Don't you know there?
I know
Don't
who
be a
he is.
hater.
Hader just likes him because he has the same spelling on his name.
No,
Yes.
he spelled it Hader.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well,
Close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough.
You dipwads.
You couldn't even spell professor in the beginning. You had Lindsay fix it for you.
Good point. No, I just can't see how
Just go PRO.
a team who has over 100 losses all of a sudden win a division. I don't see that kind of turnaround.
This is not your typical season, though.
Yeah.
Point.
What are they going to play? 80 games? 60 games?
And then it's not like they're going to go to Florida and play the teams in Florida either, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to play like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Blue Jays.
If you don't play any good teams, you're all set.
You're going to win more games.
Absolutely.
Hatter's got to stick motor up.
If you're in a crap division.
My dark horse for the Cactus League would either be the Padres or the White Sox.
The Padres are not a dark horse. That is a terrible pick.
I'd have to put them more in the favorite. I might have to put them more as a favorite than a dark horse.
My dark horse pick. And then
Milwaukee, I wouldn't put them as a dark horse. I might even put them as a potential favorite.
By the way, we have to put on record, though, that Hatter's choosing the White Sox, and he chose the Cardinals all in the same day, and now apparently he's rooting for the Brewers. What is going on over there in Chicago?
I'm giving you statistics here. I'm giving you.
You haven't given us any statistics.
I haven't heard any statistics.
Fine, I'm giving you something. I'm trying to give an unbiased opinion. How about that?
How about some concrete evidence?
Okay. You want something concrete?
You're flip-flopping.
That's why
you won every hat in the league so far. Wait, dude, I haven't seen a. We haven't gone with a Baltimore Orioles yet.
Royals haven't touched the postseason since 2015. Brewers have been to the postseason 3 times since 2017, and they've gone to the NLCS and gone to Game 7 with the Dodgers. They've done 2 wild card games. They've won the division recently. So the Brewers would be a favorite in that Northwest division.
Yep. I would put them as
all of a sudden say Kansas City.
Did I say the Brewers?
I know that it's a.
Did I not say the Brewers?
But geez,
did I say the Brewers? I think I said the Brewers.
If I know you, Rob Beth, but for Major League Cats, for whatever goddamn brain cells he has left, he better use to pick not the Royals for the Northwest Division.
Division.
This is
I'm
why I
throwing you
love
under the bus.
Hatter, because his logic makes no freaking sense. First of all, how long had it been since the Giants made the playoffs or even smoked anything related to the playoffs before they won the World Series? Since 2002 or something? When was the last time they were in the playoffs? Was it against
2016.
Angel?
2016, but before 2010, I don't remember.
Exactly. That's my point. So nobody cares that the Royals haven't played nothing since, what do you say, 2015? Because since the Giants won their last World Series in 2014, what have they done? So
But didn't the Royals go to the World Series 2 out of 3 years and they won one?
Just 2 years.
2 years. Lost to the Giants 1 year and
Yeah.
then won the next year. But my point is,
Yeah.
like, who cares what the Royals haven't done in the last couple years? We're not on your typical year, Hatter.
Yeah,
Fine,
this could be one of those years where, you know,
I feel
it's
like a lot of crazy shit.
somebody out of left field.
Okay,
But I
so
mean, the teams that are going to be good, you know, the teams that are going to be good, you know,
Yeah.
you know, Houston's probably. Well, I don't know. You know, the Dodgers are going to be good. You know, Milwaukee's probably going to be good. You know, like your usual suspects who are usually at the top. Cleveland's going to be good. Those are the teams that are going to be fighting it out. I mean, it's probably when it comes, even in a short season, you know, your Baltimore's and, you know, maybe, I don't even know, maybe like Toronto's, they're going to eventually fall off. The good teams are going to be good. It doesn't matter how
part is we keep
short
saying that
season is.
we keep saying that teams are going to be good, but I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but do you guys understand or realize, like, if they go through with this plan, you're going to see the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Nationals, the Astros, the Cardinals, the Braves, the Twins, the Phillies, the Blue Jays, all beating up on each other all year. I can't see anybody having a spectacular record in the Florida League. So it's like you're not really going to get a good indication if the team is any good at all, because they're not playing the likes of like Detroit, 8 times a year or 12 times a year. So
yeah, all the good teams are going to be playing each other. That is true. That does make sense.
So this is why I think Hatter, we can't almost like everything we know about the past or teams' reputations or their patterns. This is not that year we can use that ideology or anything. By the way, Robert H. brought up another good prospect for the White Sox, Luis Robert. And then also they said that the Giants were in the 2003, Reds fans said Giants were in the 2003 playoffs against Miami. That's what he wrote. But my point is like nobody really cares that the Royals haven't done nothing since 2015.
Fine, I'll
It's just
change my
what
pick
happened this year.
since we're
this
bullshitting
year.
here.
We don't care about last year or the year before.
I'm going to forego my previous selections for who's going to win the World Series. I got Brooklyn winning the World Series this year. How about that?
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson's going to come back?
Yeah. He'll come back from the dead.
Brooklyn.
I love you, Hatter, but you're not listening. You're not listening, Hatter.
Did you say Brooklyn?
You're not listening.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Florida League won't play as many games as they do in Arizona. Why wouldn't I don't see that you could do that, Reds fan. You would have to play, regardless of Florida or Arizona, you'd have to play the same amount of games because of the competition committee wouldn't allow, say, Arizona to play 100 games and Florida to play 80 games, even despite weather. I mean, you're still going to use Tampa Bay. You'll just make up the games in Tampa Bay. I don't see how that's plausible.
So they're only playing in Florida?
Yes.
So the games are only going to be in Florida?
Yes.
Oh.
It's going to
be like a spring training season?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty. Are they going to wear the cool spring training hats all year?
I hope they do, but I was mentioning that I hope that to raise money, Major League Baseball has specific design baseballs for Florida and Arizona to help raise money for charity. Just like when spring training goes on, they have the special logos on the balls. I would actually like that. And I feel like I don't know if they're going to go with the whole thing with the Corona beer wording, but they should, I don't know, celebrate a hospital in the local area or the whole state of Florida or something. They should do something to raise money, and I'm pretty sure they might.
Yeah. If they wear those cool freaking spring training hats all year, I'm down with that, because then I can grab a bunch more, because those damn things are hard to get. They're sold out everywhere.
Reds fan says Florida League won't play as many games as they did in Arizona. Rain. I get the rain thing, but they're going to play if they know it's going to rain. They're going to just play a lot of games in Tampa Bay. As Hatter's dad was saying, they could play games at the Tampa Bay Stadium at like 11 o'clock or something, at 2 o'clock or whatever it was, 7 o'clock. They're just going to have more games inside. So I can't see if the weather's going to be bad, games getting canceled if they know about it. And with the way the season is anyways, going to be kind of wish-washy. They're going to be like, hey, it's supposed to rain today. Go to Tampa Bay instead of wherever. I don't even know,
But as far as that, in Florida, it rains for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So what if it rains? It's not like here in freaking New England where it freaking rains for 4 days. It rains for 5 minutes.
It rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
It rains for 5 minutes, and then or you might have an afternoon rain, so you change the game from an afternoon to a night game. Who cares? In Florida, the weather, especially in the summer, it's going to be nice.
Miami also has a retractable roof.
Now, Reds fan does have me a little bit. This could be a little bit issue. I don't agree with it, but it's a good point, valid point. Unlike Hatters, how are 15 teams going to play in one stadium? That's not going to be a necessity. They're not going to have to play 15 teams. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe because I don't live in Florida, I can't speak on it. I just don't feel like it rains that much there. Or am I wrong during the summer?
I mean, it rains there, of course. They have those brief downpours, brief thunderstorms, freak thunderstorms. It's not like that. But it doesn't. It's like rains for an hour or a couple of hours, and then it's gone. It's not like here where it rains for 4 days. It's not. You're not going to have that in Florida.
See, I do agree with Reds fan in the sense he says, I forgot that I lived in Florida for 38 years. You should remember that I've lived in Florida. I should get a Reds fan in here as our meteorologist guy, because, yes, he does have a better perspective on it. But, I mean, like Rob says, weather changes like that. And J38 says they have 4 seasons. They will, because it literally rained every day from 5 to midnight. 5 minutes, you're dumb ass if you think it would only rain for 5 minutes every day.
I didn't say every day.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, Red fan. I'm just saying I am naive to the idea that it rains as much as you say it is, but you would know better than I do. So,
yeah, absolutely, you would know. I'm just in the summer it doesn't. But I mean, I'm not going to say I'm an expert because I don't live in Florida, but I pay attention to the weather in Florida, and I feel like it does rain there, but not a lot.
Also, we also forgot a little vital part, that the Marlins Park is open too.
I mentioned that already.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
That they have a retractable roof, I'm sure.
Oh, I missed that part. If you said that, I'm sorry. That's my bad. If Hatter did say that, I'm sorry. But that's 2 stadiums. And
how many stadiums are in Florida?
2.
Just 2?
But
just 2 baseball stadiums?
But they said they were going to use spring training facilities and potential college stadiums as well if they had to, if they were up to MLB standards. Because in Arizona, they were actually, if I remember right, they were talking about using like Arizona State or something as well as one of the grounds.
Yeah. They can't use the football stadiums, though, can they? Like Jacksonville or Miami. I don't know. Could they?
I mean, they've used football stadiums before in the past.
No, but I'm saying, seeing those stadiums are relatively new, could you use it as a baseball stadium?
That's a good question. I say yes if they wanted to. I say yes. You just have to reconfigure everything, obviously. But I don't think the football stadiums would really want that, would they?
Playing
No,
Cuba.
I don't think the football stadiums would want it, but is it an option if they needed to?
They have to convert a football field just for one season into a place that is game. Sounds like 2 pains and a half to get done.
And then would it be an issue once football season starts to roll around, once they start doing training camps in those cities? How is it going to be in Miami? Well, I don't know. Do the Dolphins have their training in Miami? Is there training camp in Miami? Because to start having baseball games in Miami and having football in Miami, that city's going to be a nightmare. And with tourism and stuff, I mean, Florida is going to be like a nightmare this summer, I would think.
J38, just so you know, I don't actually live in Southern California. I live in Northern California. Technically, it does rain here, but we're actually having a drought. By the way, Reds fan says that Tampa it's a 4-hour drive. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because the driving, they're going to play no matter where they're either going to play at the spring training facility. So they're going to be driving anyways. I mean, so that's kind of irrelevant in a sense. Logistics in Arizona are much better. Well, obviously they are. But you know they'll do it.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, like Hatter's dad said, I actually liked his idea that they could have a triple header of playing in one day. I mean, absolutely they could. I don't think they'll go to it, but could we have an 8 a.m. my time, 11 o'clock your time, Hatter 10 o'clock your time games? I don't see why not. They might have to. Don't they do it on Wednesdays anyway? Is that getaway day, if I remember right? Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Yeah.
My dad said 11, 3, and 7.
Why not?
Well, they're going to have these games move. They can't, fool around. It's going to have to be like, if there's another team coming in for a game, you can't be fooling around. You've got to keep these games moving. You can't have guys, in the batter's box doing their thing and walking around and fixing their gloves and freaking fixing their jock and picking their nose in between freaking pitches. You're gonna let's get these games going. As much as I love baseball, and baseball is my second favorite sport next to football. I mean, but some baseball games can be painstakingly long to watch.
That's because you're a Red Sox fan, man. Red Sox and Yankees game lasts like 9 hours for a 4-inning game.
Oh, wow.
Chris Sale last year, if you watch Chris Sale, he takes the ball and throws. Because he can actually throw the ball over the freaking plate. But when you have some of these guys who can't throw the ball over the plate, who are nibbling on the corners, it takes them 4 hours to freaking, takes them 15 minutes in between pitches.
Reds fan, if you can get in, try to get in. But Reds fan says the Dolphins train and Davey. By the way, if you did do the 11, what do you say, 11, 3, and 7 time frame, that's 12 teams right there, just at 2 places. If you do Miami and Tampa, that's pretty much the whole. That's pretty much that whole new Florida division. So it could be
absolutely
for Florida. Plus, I think they'd be a little bit more comfortable.
If you did something like that on weekends, you know what I'm saying? If you did that every weekend, and then you alternated during the week, you could get it done.
Reds fan says he doesn't makes no sense to play in Florida. The only reason it makes sense to play in Florida, Reds fan, is because that's where all their spring training facilities are already set up. They got the locker room, they got the equipment, they got the trainers. That's the main reason. They got the practice fields available to them. They have 3 or 4 practice fields. So that's pretty much the main reason. Ideally, weather-wise, it's not the greatest aspect of it, but that's the main reason. That's why the teams over here are playing in Arizona, because that's where everybody's spring training stuff's at.
It does make sense. I do want to Florida and Arizona, because that's where their spring training. That's where all the players are anyway. So
Yeah.
and travel will be much easier if everybody's right there. There's no travel.
The thing with Arizona,
Very little.
I mentioned, I just think it would be too many people in an area, and that's kind of what they wanted to not do.
Yes,
because
well, that makes
that was
sense.
the original plan.
There'd be
I
too much
do-
Corona beer going on.
I do want to give a round of applause for
Yes,
Red
we're
fan-
idiots.
for Red fan in Florida for being the Debbie Downer at every sentence that we've spoken about Florida baseball. Hats off to him for being the Debbie Downer of the chat session. I mean, if baseball in Florida wasn't sustainable, I mean, granted, summer is different than spring, but if baseball in Florida wasn't sustainable, then there would be no teams at all having any spring training for the last how many decades in Florida? And they already have two
Well, the weather is
teams that
better
are
in the
there year
springtime
round.
than in the
So
summertime in Florida.
there is some sustainability. Is it, high quality? Probably not, but it's something that's sustainable. So
That's a good point. Hatter, you got a good point. I'm going to give it to you. If this was part of the interruption, I'd give you a couple of points on that one, Hatter. That is a good point. I mean, as far as anywhere in the country, if you're going to pick somewhere, you got to pick Florida. I mean, the two best places are going to be Florida and Arizona, obviously, because that's where your spring training is. It's got to be in the South. Could you maybe do like
Reds fan just said not a good point, Hatter, and then he also said spring is a dry season. Duh, there is no spring. Man, we really touched a nerve with a Reds fan in Florida talking about weather.
Hey, Reds fan, can you comment again? But I had something in my ear. Can you say something again without an excuse? Please go ahead.
Now, that's like saying though. Here's where I'm going to rub more people the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Ideally, Hatter, you wish. Never mind. Ideally,
let's not go there.
teams should play in either Texas, Arizona, or California. But nobody's going to want to do that. If you're a Red Sox fan, a Yankee fan, and your team's playing in Houston or Texas or California or Arizona, dude, nobody's going to want to see that crap. So at least if you have your typical Eastern team on the Florida side, the fans of that particular team are going to be a little bit happier seeing their teams on their normal schedule time.
Yeah.
Because California does have better weather. Arizona has good weather during the summer. Texas, they got some stadium domes over there, and they got decent weather during the summer. But the thing is, you want to keep the fans involved.
Texas is just hot. Florida's hot too in the summer.
Texas, especially Houston, and I mean that's why the Rangers redeveloped their stadium to be a retractable roof because and I've heard, and my dad has visited for his job a lot in Texas, it gets so effing humid.
I'm sorry, I got to interrupt you. Reds fan says I hate talking to idiots. MTS says around the horn. Reds fan says Cubs suck. Russell Machine says fans want to see other teams beside the Marlins and Rays. You will see other teams. They're just playing at the Marlins and the Rays stadium. Fuck ESPN. We got you guys. Reds fan, why don't we just play at the North Pole with an F word in there? South Pole, Reds fan, is closer to me. That's a good point. Rangers are in Arlington, not Houston.
I know that.
We can't have them everywhere. We can't have Arlington and Houston. We gotta do something. And then no fans are going to be there. That's the whole point of this stuff. The fans are going to be there via TV.
Yeah,
and you're not going to want to watch it on TV, a Yankees game, if the game is starting at 7:00 Arizona time, 6:00 Arizona, and for the Yankees it's like 10:00. Red Sox.
Well, I gotta disagree with you there because if the Yankees game is on, I'm not watching it no matter what. So I don't care.
Red Sox. Well, watching the Red Sox game.
If the Sox are on, I'm gonna watch it.
So you're watching the Yankees game?
Yeah. Well, if they're playing the Yankees.
So how did
the Yankees play anybody else? I don't care.
How did your words just taste in your mouth when you said that?
No, but technically it's not a Yankees game. It's
It
a Red
is.
Sox game.
Depends on how
No.
you look at it.
And
It's
I'm
all how
looking
you
at
look
it the way I want to look at it.
Reds fan says he actually makes a good point. He says, "Why not? I stay up late for this stuff."
Absolutely.
Okay,
What time is it now? It's midnight, for crying out loud over here.
so I get my consensus from Reds fan is that he would like to see it all in Arizona. If I'm correct, let me know.
The whole league. Well, how about we just move the whole league to the West Coast and they'll play in California and Arizona. All of baseball. We'll just move it to the West Coast for the season.
That's what I was basically saying, but we just threw in Texas because
South
Pool I'm in. Go to games with my pet penguin. That'd actually be pretty freaking funny.
Make them play on the moon.
Matter if I could time you out,
Yeah.
I would.
Try the moon. Why not? Go big,
And
go
then-
home.
Russell Machine says, "Hold up, can we all agree on something? F. Carol Baskin. I don't know who Carol Baskin is. We can all go. Okay, let's see here. Isn't it ironic since he's a Reds fan in Florida? But that's why his name is Reds fan in Florida. He's still a Reds fan. So I don't understand. Like you're a Reds fan in Florida. Your team's playing in Arizona. What is the issue?
I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. Apparently, he's just angry about the weather down in Florida. I mean, if you want to be angry about weather here, why don't you come here where it's freaking like 30 degrees today, and then you could come and talk to me about bad weather. You want to talk about bad weather? It's 43 degrees outside right now. You want to talk about bad weather? This week we had 3 days of downpouring rain, freezing cold, and it's supposed to be spring. You want to talk about bad weather? I could talk to you about some bad weather all day long.
Let's see here. Reds fan says, "You're right, MTS 28. MTS says, "Nah, Hatter, the moon is horrible this time of the year." He's got a good point there. Apparently, it says, "You are my issue, Reds fan." And then I would love that.
What would you love?
I'm not sure. I missed that last part, but apparently I am his issue.
I mean, I like that. I mean, overall, the whole thing of it being in the spring training facilities, the Florida and the Arizona, it makes a lot of sense as far as, but is that definitely what Major League Baseball is going to do? Is that their plan?
It's not 100%. They're trying to honestly work it out with the CDC and taking their recommendations on how to go ahead. They're also looking at, I believe it is South Korea or Japan. I believe they got their season started. Reds fan also says, "I love to hear people from the North whine about snow. Tell me more, please." I don't complain about the snow because I don't really have snow, so I don't really complain.
Northeast, that's us. Yeah,
I hate
snow
the snow.
sucks.
I hate the snow. I don't really know what the snow is. Like, honestly, I hate snow. I don't complain about
Well,
that.
you can go to Northern California. Don't they have snow up in Northern California?
Yes and no. Not where I'm at.
It snowed in Chicago, in the suburbs, the other day. Granted, it was brief flurries, but it technically snowed. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
It was just surprising.
I hate it when it gets in the 30s here. For me, that's cold.
It's in the 30s here regularly. I mean, I think out of 7 days this week, it was in the 30s 4 times.
No.
Can I have the hat too, please, Hatter? And then Robert H says, "Yes, there is snow in the Sierras." Yeah, but I don't live near Truckee by Reno, so Reno is 4 hours roughly from me. And yes, it does snow over there, but I don't go over there.
Actually,
in Northern California, it does snow though. If you go further north,
I'm just more. I'm more towards the coast.
Yeah, for you, you're in a good spot, right? For weather-wise, pretty much.
It does snow in the mountains,
absolutely.
But I don't go to the mountains either. But like when it comes to my elevation, I'm 60 miles north of San Francisco.
But one of your videos, I remember you were driving in one of your videos, and you was it was you were seeing snow because you were like, oh, look at the snow.
In LA, in Southern California. Going
It was
through the
snowing in
grapevines.
LA.
Yeah, through the grapevines. Off
Oh,
of Highway
really?
5.
No kidding.
Yeah. That was the first time I've seen snow, and seriously, the last time it snowed in my area was probably close to about 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, somewhere around there. And it's not even that much that it hits the ground. And it snows in Mount Diablo, but I don't really live near Mount Diablo, so yeah. This podcast turned into a National Weather Service, and MTS, he thought we were friends. J38 says Major League Weather reports. So yes, apparently
we're covering all the bases here.
Well, the weather came into aspect because of the baseball being played in Florida and Arizona. Yeah. So that's kind of how it all kind of played. So
it has a bearing in the conversation because we're talking about Florida and we're talking about weather. So they're talking about rain in Florida. So, it's kind of all relevant.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they don't want games in November in New York or Boston, right? Because it snows a lot, right? It gets very cold.
Absolutely. You don't want to have games here in April. I mean,
Chicago's the same way, right, Hatter?
Say what again?
Absolutely.
Chicago's the same way in April.
If you remember last season in Cleveland and Minnesota, they're getting snowed out in April. So, I mean, what's the diff if you're getting snowed out or rained out in Florida? What's the diff? You tell me.
This is going to be my most disliked podcast because Johnny says, F the weather, let's see some hats. Johnny, the only hat I had to show today was this one, and we already saw it. So, yeah, coming from a guy that lives in Southern California, Johnny, man, I feel bad for Reds fan. He's really mad about the weather on us.
I wouldn't be mad about the weather if I was in Florida. Jeez.
It snows here too, but no outside. Shit about that fact. MTS has a good point. It does snow over there.
I'm more complaining
in Cleveland.
No, MTS lives across the seas.
Oh, well, yeah.
I believe he lives in Australia, but he's New Zealand.
Does it snow there? I knew it rains a lot, but does it snow there?
Apparently. Show us your inside out hat. J38, actually, I don't know where the inside out hat is.
I actually more complain about the humidity than the snow for Chicago weather, to be honest.
Bullshit!
Yeah. I'm not a huge
He's
fan
always
of the
complaining about the snow.
I mean, it snows one year, and as a kid, you think it's magical. When you're first year as an adult, you're like, oh, this sucks. And then after that, you just deal with it.
Okay, let's see. We'll be outside because you'll be sweating your balls off. You couldn't handle it. You wouldn't. I'm New Zealand, just the whole effing country. Wait, I'm New Zealand, just the whole effing country.
Okay.
Yes, it snows in Australia. Apparently, it snows in Australia. By the way, Hatter, have you officially reached adulthood? Hatter, have you officially reached adulthood? Have you officially reached adulthood?
Technically, no, because your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25. In medical statistics, you have about a few more weeks to go until I'm fully developed, as they would say. So come May 4th, I'm gonna be like an actual professor. I'm gonna be like actually smart. So wait and see. I might do a live stream of the new birth.
Red fan says from New Zealand, he lives in Australia. Yes, I believe that's how it is. From New Zealand, but lives in Australia. Yes, because if I remember right, MTS lives in Melbourne, Australia. If I remember right, he's still a kid. Johnny G says.
MTS is from Oceania, technically.
Summer, not AF. Winter, completely different. Goes from 120 to under 30. Damn, I couldn't handle that, dude. My body would be in shock.
In Florida?
No, in Australia.
Australia?
Yes.
Aussie.
I gotcha.
Because MTS lives in Melbourne, Australia, if I remember right, but he's from New Zealand.
All right, cool. Well, we don't have to play baseball They can play football over there.
Rugby. I like
There's more
rugby.
rugby. It's more
Yeah.
rugby down there.
Reds
Okay.
fan wants to know, can you dislike a video more than once? The official answer to Reds fan is technically you can. Ask J38. Ask him what Dirty Mattress McGee talks about. I'm Polynesian, Hatter. Useless information.
No, Oceania is the continent of Australia, New Zealand, and all the other makeshift islands in the southern hemisphere, southeast hemisphere. Technically,
You're saying words I just don't understand right now.
That's why he's off. Like I'm already like kind of going past the limit with weather talk because that was affecting the baseball situation, and then he goes into what was he talking about?
I don't know. I have no clue what that was all about. Western hemispheric astronomical. I don't have any clue what the heck that is.
Hatter, so why you love cougar women? Do you like to get tossed around by? Okay, that's a legit question. We will come back on Hatter. Johnny wants to know, why do you love cougar women? Do you like to get tossed around by older women?
Tossed around, as in you're gonna get tossed around by bigger women.
Let's see.
The little women can't toss you around. If she's smaller than you, she ain't gonna toss you around unless she's like Ronda Rousey or something.
Oh, did you hear what she said? She mad at the fans.
Who? Ronda Rousey?
Yeah. She said she said part of the reason why she wanted to basically quit wrestling is because she didn't like basically given as much effort as she has done for effing fans that don't give a shit about her.
So since when if you're a heel, do you care about the fans?
She wasn't really a heel though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like the fans were into her when she was a face. I thought
that the thing is, I think they tried to originally bring her in as a heel, but she was like, she couldn't hold the face.
Yeah.
He was always smiling.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think she was received negatively. I didn't think. I could be wrong on that.
I thought I don't understand because like I said, I thought the fans like loved her. But the other thing is, here's what I don't get about WWE, and I know we're going to lose about 12 viewers now because not a lot of people like.
Wait, here's what I want. I want to hear your opinion on one thing.
Okay.
What is up with Charlotte Flair fighting for the NXT a women's title? I feel like that is such a step back for Charlotte Flair. That's like wrestling in the C division. Like, Charlotte Flair is a main eventer. She probably should have been fighting Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, not for the NXT. Like, what's going on? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, one, I thought they were tired of seeing Becky Lynch and Charlotte go after it, so they decided to try to change it up. So I get that aspect of it, too many Charlotte Becky matches. The thing I saw is that I think Charlotte needed a little bit of a break. And being in Tampa Bay, she only has to go on maybe I don't know the whole schedule with Tampa Bay, but the wrestlers don't wrestle on NXT every single week. And with it being more taped, she could take a little bit more time off. I personally felt like, if anything, it made NXT look really bad because now
Did you see that match? I feel like Charlotte was a step ahead of Rhea Ripley the entire time. I feel like Rhea Ripley was a step behind, and I like her too, but I feel like Charlotte Flair dominated the match because she was just better. She's just a step ahead, or maybe 2 steps ahead, because Charlotte is an A roster wrestler, not a C roster wrestler. Like, Rhea Ripley is still relatively down in the minors, so to speak.
I mean,
in my opinion.
No, and I agree with that. I just think when it comes down to it, she wants a little more time off because realistically, they're not even in the same class. Rhea Ripley is a great wrestler. She's going to continue to get better, but there's no way she should have been going up against Charlotte at this point in time of her career.
Absolutely. And I feel like if you don't want to see another Becky Lynch Charlotte match, then then she should have maybe went after Bailey instead of that freaking sideway thing that they did. That, I mean, I was not a fan of that at all. Like that was, and the match was weak.
Yeah.
That was weak.
That's kind of why I didn't put too much crud onto WrestleMania, because a lot of the matches got changed. Like, did you hear the rumor that Goldberg was potentially going to face Matt Riddle? And that would have been a freaking money grab right there. But they didn't want to do it because Goldberg doesn't like Matt Riddle in real life, from what I understand.
Oh God, that would have been awful. But that match wasn't good either. What that match, Braun Strowman and Goldberg, that match was awful. But I mean, it was a typical Goldberg match that has to be under a minute because the guy's freaking 100 and he can't wrestle long. But I mean, that was actually the AJ Styles and Undertaker match was better than that.
I'm in the minority. I didn't care for that match myself.
I mean, no, I'm not saying it was a good match, but it was lengthwise. The Undertaker's like 100 and he wrestled for like 20 minutes, and Goldberg wrestled for like freaking 2 minutes.
But makes me wonder, like, with the Undertaker's match, how many breaks did they take? Because there's
it was taped.
Oh, it was taped.
You're right.
I was wondering how long of the duration, because Undertaker, when he came back from behind of AJ, he looked like he had his clothes changed. Didn't they? To me, they looked dirty when he fell in the hole, and then when he was behind the light. I mentioned this last podcast that it's like he had apparently time to go change his wardrobe.
Yeah, I mean, but it was at least it was at least a lengthy match. I mean, it may not have been the best match, but it was at least a few minutes. What was it? At least 15 minutes. But the other match,
Undertaker,
with Goldberg and Strowman, that was what? Probably a 3 to 5 minute match.
I'm surprised they didn't put. Here's the other thing. It's like, why did they do a steel cage match for the hell of it? They had everything else.
Yeah, why not?
And then Johnny G says WWE is awful. He needs to watch it again. Reds fan says, I heard Andre the Giant was going to fight Macho Man. Wrestle Machine, I would love to see Matt Riddle get buried. And then Wrestle Machine says, what the F was Cena and Wyatt match?
Oh God.
I got a headache.
What was that? What was that? That Cena and Bray and the Fiend? That was probably the worst thing WWE has done in probably 15 years. That was trash.
I probably need to put this.
Hatter's gonna shave on the live stream. If I had a affiliate link for Dollar Shave, I would recommend them, but I don't. Johnny, shoot me now. That freaking Funhouse match. I got a freaking headache, and I've never been the kind of person that would say a restroom break match. Even on the crappy matches with Aleister Black and the freaking nobody matches, I still watch those.
Yeah.
That match was just awful to me. I couldn't even understand. Maybe I'm too dumb with wrestling that I couldn't even understand what the hell was going on half the time.
It was awful. It was just awful. It was just bad. It was just downright bad. I mean, I feel like it was just a bad acid trip or something. It was awful. What the thought was behind that, I don't know if Vince was, just like, well, let's just fill some time here or whatever. Yeah. But that was just
it went on forever.
Yes.
What about Great Khali the Giant? Hey, I liked Great Khali. He was kind of funny.
Yeah, he was. He couldn't move. That guy couldn't move.
What?
Yeah,
no.
and you have to give him a little credit because we got the Punjabi prison match out of him, and that
was actually cool back then.
That was a pretty good concept.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see here. That bit of a beer looks a bit orange hatter, and then the other thing is, so the Funhouse match to me was terrible. Gave me a headache. Undertaker AJ Styles on a presentation better. I still felt like the Undertaker should have lost, but I guess I'm in the minority on that one too, because
it's WrestleMania.
Why does he got to keep winning?
Because it's WrestleMania, and that's kind of like his thing. He always wins at WrestleMania.
I don't care. He lost the streak.
Where's my freaking encoder?
Yeah, he did lose the streak, which again, it makes no sense, but it's kind of his thing.
Yeah, and then
Probably MTS.
And then, did you see the Tomas Ciampa and the Johnny Gargano match?
Well, on NXT. No, yeah, that was on NXT this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but I actually I think I had flipped over to a movie or something during that match. I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't grab me. I don't care about them two clowns. It's just not.
J38 wants Hatter to chime in on the wrestling talk. That Johnny Gargano match.
Yeah, Hatter, what did you think of WrestleMania, Hatter? What was your thoughts? Give us your.
The last time I watched wrestling was when my brother tried it out in 7th grade. That was
7th
about a
grade
decade ago.
What year was that?
That was the last time I watched wrestling.
Well, then you need to tune in. You need to watch AEW. That AEW is where it's at. Right now, I am on the AEW bandwagon hardcore. I feel like AEW has started off weak, but it's getting better.
You know what, Rob? You know what? You run with that. You take AEW. You take the train
AEW,
all the way to the
baby.
station. You
AEW, baby.
You are the
Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. That's my boy right
you
there.
are driving that truck there.
You're telling me you're not on board with Morrison and Miz and Morrison? Hey, ho, ho.
No.
Yes,
I mean, I love the Miz.
The root beer idea.
I like Miz and Morrison,
I hate
yes.
the Miz.
But
I can't stand him.
how do you hate the Miz?
I can't.
He's awesome.
Him and Daniel Bryan, for whatever reason, I do not like them at all, no matter what they do with their characters. I cannot like them. I don't know why. It's their personalities. I don't know. And knowing the Miz's background, used to watching him on Road Rules or House Rules or whatever the hell it's called.
Real World and Road Rules he was on.
I can never take him serious. I understand he's done a lot of work. He's worked his ass off to get to where he's at this point in his life, especially with wrestling. He has committed to it. I just don't know what it is about him. Same with Daniel Bryan. I know Daniel Bryan's done a lot of great things, but I don't like him either.
I do like the Miz. You gotta like the Miz. I mean,
his own dad doesn't like him.
Have you watched his show? It's great.
No, because
you gotta watch it.
It's annoying.
It's fun. It's awesome.
The only reason I watch the show is to see what the mom says.
Well, you wouldn't watch it for Maurice?
No.
So it's Maurice. Have you seen her?
Yeah, I've seen her.
There we go.
She's pretty smoking.
10.
She's what? She's
Smoking's
a smoke
bad
show,
for you.
bro.
My top 10, obviously Charlotte. I'm not even a huge fan of Sasha Banks, but she's probably in the top 10.
What?
Becky Lynch.
Sasha Banks is a smoke show too. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's all right. But Dakota Kai.
She's no Liv I like, and Mandy. Mandy's the best.
Mandy. Oh, yes. Definitely.
Absolutely. And Liv Morgan.
Oh, I don't know. To me, Maurice is not that great.
Oh, I think she is. I mean, she's not wrestling anymore, but I mean, as far as overall.
Fucking Hatter, he can't just say Barks is a good root beer. He has to put it in the chat section.
Because I don't want to interrupt.
We're trying to help you with the wrestling here.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm rendering stuff here.
And then my oldest son, he likes Nikki Bella because of her quality wrestling skills, which I can agree on. But I don't think that's wrestler.
I'm not a fan. Like Nikki Bella's best traits are below the neck and above the waist. That is Nikki Bella's best part.
Well,
yeah, Sasha has better hair.
Pick one.
And it's purple.
Oh, but my all-time favorite is Trish Stratus. All-time favorite.
Absolutely.
Oh, and
I mean,
Melina was.
I might have to agree with you there. But in current wrestling, it's definitely got to be Mandy. And how does she end up with that clown Otis? Like, what's going on there?
I'm gonna time you out. Are you freaking kidding me, Rob S? I hate Dolph Ziggy Wiggy.
You don't like Dolph?
No.
Come on. He's awesome. Him and the Miz are awesome.
He's another one that I don't know why. No matter what they do with their, I guess the
Here we
whole
go.
thing with Vicky Guerrero back in the day. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't like him. He's annoying. He's not even funny.
You don't like the heel diva? Come on,
He's not even funny, and he's a comedian.
Dolph.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a comedian. No, he's really not funny, but he's good. I
No,
like
Nick-
him.
No, Nick does comedic shows.
Does he?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
And
I've
then,
never heard of that.
Yeah. And then him and Nikki used to date back in the days.
Nikki Bella?
Yeah.
I thought. She was with Cena forever, wasn't she?
Right back before Cena.
Before Cena.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Hatter? Do you like Nikki Bella or Liv Morgan or Bailey's got like a huge butt too? I mean, Bailey's butt, it's got its own zip code. Have you noticed that?
I don't like. I have a small crush on Bailey, but her face though, she has that like baby fat thing going on in her face. Or am I wrong? She got that little pudgy face thing going on.
She does, but her butt is massive. She's got like a freaking Kamala butt, not Kamala. Who was
she got the apple bottom rear.
Yeah, man. It is. She's got a butt on her. That girl.
Hatter love the Cougar women's. Does it rain in that zip code, Rob S?
Yes. I think it's freaking raining right now.
By the way, Johnny G says that Hatter would bang Vicky Guerrero.
Ouch. I don't think nobody would bang Vicky Guerrero. I think Eddie
was kind of cute back in the day.
What? When she was 15, maybe?
18 only, Rob. 18 only.
Oh, I'm sorry. 19 then.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen? And it's funny that like nobody's really bringing up Carmella. I had a crush on Carmella, but I don't know, now I'm not digging her as much, only because I know she's with Corey Graves, and he seems like a jerk.
Yeah, Carmella's pretty hot. I mean, but I like Carmella. I like Carmella. So I would definitely put her in the top 10. I put Carmella in there for sure. We need to do a female wrestling top 10.
Oh, WrestleMania says if you like Bailey, that's wrong because she reminds me of a child. Now here, Rob S. This is going to determine if I kick you out here. Zelina Vega.
She's good. I like her. She's hot.
What? Dude, she's like, I don't know.
He gone.
What?
He gone.
What?
She's that you just barely threw in the hot word with her. She's smoking.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm saying she's good.
I can't believe she's married to Aleister Black, though. That kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But
right?
she's not. I mean, I think majority of the chicks in wrestling are hot, except for like Tamina.
Oh, real quick. Wrestle Machine, you are actually right. I do give you props. He says you guys are all sleeping on Ruby Riott. I agree with that. She's actually pretty attractive. And Johnny G says from weather to baseball to wrestling to top 10 women. Yeah, this is called Baseball, Beers, and Bullshit for a reason.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And now we're into the bullshit. So we have to do some bullshitting.
And then Wrestle Machine says, yes, I dig Zelina. She's too short, though. Yeah, she is. Johnny G, I could have sworn Zelina Vega was dating Almas. No, she's not. Andrade is actually banging up Charlotte Flair. Lucky
Charlotte Flair. Yeah. And did Andrade get hurt? Is that why he wasn't at WrestleMania?
He got suspended 30 days.
I got
for what?
animation done.
What is his issue?
Breaking the wellness policy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Correct.
every title was on the line at WrestleMania except for the U.S. And, oh, my God, what about Rob Gronkowski winning 24/7 European
TV title, 7-Eleven, Interstate
Oh,
94.
God. How many times have I told you that title is trash? And now you can see that a guy who's not even a wrestler wins the title. I mean, that title is garbage.
Now, Rob, you do realize this wasn't the first time that somebody like Rob has won the belt. When R-Truth did like a TV show, he lost the belt on a TV show.
Yeah, and I think And didn't like one of the women, didn't Trish Stratus win it or something? And Pat Patterson won it.
That was on the Hall of Fame show, and Alundra Blaze won the title, and then she sold it to the $1 million man. But yeah, and then I think Eve Marie or somebody. Oh, speaking of Eve Marie is freaking hot as hell too. She was.
Yes, she was. But I mean, it's that title is trash. They need to have like a serious, like now. What's AEW doing? They're gonna have a TNT title. That's gonna be a serious title, not this freaking 24.
They're only coming out with that title because Cody needs a belt, and for whatever reason, they put up the first match of his AEW career, and they put him in a match where he can't win the belt no more, and he loses. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Because Chris Jericho wanted to kick his ass, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, Reds fan is insulting us again. He says, this has been bullshit pretty much from the start. And then Wrestle Machine says, Roddy snorting that Coke. And then Reds fan wants to know, why is Hatter still mumbling? I want it. Pat Patterson is a creep. Pat Patterson's actually gay, but he does seem kind of creepy. Pat Patterson for sure something Piper. Reds fan. Yes, Reds fan has turned.
I just want to say to my buddy Reds fan, instead of being a Reds fan, he should be a Diamondbacks fan because he's spitting the venom today. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him.
Aaron wants to have a beer. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a beer. Yes, WrestleMania 28. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I will say, okay, so I'm going to call you straight up AEW Homer. Okay?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
That's kind of a compliment. Now, because I need
I don't care.
I've told you in the past, I want AEW to succeed. I like the competition. I watch it. And
absolutely.
I want to do good. I am so freaking confused about my new girlfriend.
It's been better.
Brandy Rose.
Better.
Oh, it's been hella better. I don't understand that part. But what is the deal with Brandy Rose? Is she in the Nightmare Collective? She with Cody? What are they just ignoring what she's trying to do?
She's with Cody. I mean, it is his wife.
Well, yeah, but they were trying to put her like on this like dark side aspect character-wise with the Dark Order disappeared.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think that when the what's his name, the Chosen One or whatever, the Dark One, whatever
Brody
his
Lee.
name is. Brody Lee, yeah. When he showed up, I guess he kicked her to the curb. I guess I don't know, but I mean, and he was in WWE. He was with Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
What was his name in WWE?
Luke Harper.
Yeah, Luke Harper.
And
now he's the freaking Chosen One or whatever.
He's the damn it.
The Chosen One.
I forget what the hell. It starts with an A, I believe it says. What do you think about him making the jabs at Vince McMahon with the sneezing and stuff? And wait till I'm done eating.
Yes, that was awesome. Come on, that was great.
I didn't understand the reference when they did that. When I watched a couple of my Loudmouth podcast buddies from New York and a couple other ones that I didn't know that part.
No, I didn't catch that either. I had heard it later, and I'm like, that's good. I like it.
Yeah, I thought that was humorous as well. Now, what did you think about the Dark Order taking the time off to go join the Undertaker match?
Yeah, well, hey, it's a cross branding. You got to make your presence felt.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't understand. What do you know that the WWE had Luchasaurus for a while and they basically didn't want to do anything with him?
Really?
Yeah. On a title push.
Yes, he's awesome.
I like Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt, but man.
Well, Marco, did you see Marco? He just wrestled that fucking dude.
God, dude, he got annihilated.
What? Why would you put the littlest guy in the roster against one of the biggest guys on the roster? That makes no sense. I mean, I don't know who booked that match, but that was just like, I didn't know they had little people in AEW.
Reds fan, and by the way, Big Cass got basically fired for beating up a little guy, and over in AEW it was okay.
Yeah, that was horrible. That wasn't even a match. That was just like a beatdown. That was just like, that'd be like an 8th grader fighting a 3rd grader. It was just a pounding.
It was.
That would be like Hatter facing Sheamus.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hatter.
You would get a bro kick.
Not just the bro kick, but you get the 12 chops or 10 chops of the bow.
Yeah.
He is a history major, so he might appreciate it.
Maybe.
Now, what do you what was it? God dang it, I already forgot what I was gonna say. God dang it.
Hey, watch your language.
And we didn't talk about John Moxley. Like in AEW, they did nothing with Dean Ambrose in WWE. I feel like Dean Ambrose is like an afterthought. He goes to AEW and he's the.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hang on.
What do you think about that, Hatter?
Ooh. It's our show.
Hey,
you watching the horse competition tomorrow? They have on ESPN.
the what?
They have a horse game that ESPN.
Horse? Oh, with the basketball player. I thought you said whores. And I was like, is there going to be an oral contest on ESPN now? Are they out of content? So they're going with, some kind of crazy sex games?
Oh, they've been out of content for years because all they do is just jerk off to the NBA and NFL. That's all they do.
I don't watch ESPN. I do not watch ESPN. I watch, the MLB network. I watch the NFL network. And I go right to I haven't watched ESPN in like 5-6 years because I feel like ESPN is a bunch of garbage.
I'm proud of you. I wish I had the same strength as you did.
I really don't. I feel like one time I watched Sports Center, and for the first 15 to 20 minutes they talked about tennis, horse racing, and auto racing. I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
Well,
like,
usually
this is garbage.
It's circle jerking to the same games because like they have
It's
the Get Up show. They talk about the same shit for 2 hours. Then they go to
it's garbage.
First Take.
I'd rather
and then they talk about the same shit just with different people.
I'll go straight to the content. I'll go to the NHL network. The NHL network is really good. Like I like the NHL network with content. And the NFL network. I love the NFL network. I mean, you've got to love, what's going on there and the MLB network. Pedro's on the MLB network.
Dope.
You gotta love that.
Am I the only one who doesn't care about Pedro Martinez too?
What?
Yes, you are.
How do you not like Pedro Martinez? He's one of your people, isn't he?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
I can respect Pedro.
I mean,
the man is.
I don't know.
The man is a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
but I mean,
well, real quick,
to listen to him talk about pitching, props. I mean, the guy knows pitching. I mean, if you listen to him.
I have a real Red Sox fan on here, so that's good. First of all, I like Ambrose or John Moxley. I want to know what happened to Star. And now that we have Rob S., who's a real Red Sox, what do you think? What is the real opinion of Kevin Millar in Boston?
We love Kevin Millar. He's awesome.
Why?
I mean,
he hasn't done nothing. By the way, I do like Kevin Millar. He's freaking hilarious.
Yes, on MLB Network with Chris Rose, they're awesome. I mean, you can't.
As a player, like, what is the perception?
He could hit. I mean, he was a decent hit. I mean, on that team, he didn't have to be good, to be honest. I mean,
I didn't even know he was on the team.
He was just there. In 2004, he was just there.
By the way,
he was there for comic relief.
Did you see? He kept the guys loose. Did you see his nice slide into second base in Miami?
He brought the chicken and the beer to the clubhouse.
He was kind of, would you call him the Serrano of the Red Sox? Pedro Serrano.
Probably. That's a good one. Well, he can't hit as good as Serrano could.
I love Kevin Millar on the show and stuff. I think they're pretty cool. Him and Chris Rose, and it's funny because he doesn't try to pretend like he knows everything, and that's what is cooler. He's kind of like how I would like to be. He's represented. I see him. Here's how I see him. Yes, he's a former player. Yes, he has a World Series, but I see him as a huge fan of baseball or a huge fan of the Red Sox in general.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely a big baseball fan, without a doubt.
Hatter
The
can't
people
even pay more sense attention to what's going on to be a fan.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like he's a student of the game. Like he knows what's going on. Like but he's good as far as like he's got the comic stuff. Like when I love when him and Chris Rose have the players on and they ask him all those crazy questions and stuff. Like that's the good part of baseball when he's or when he's making fun of players' hair. He's like, "Oh, take your hat off. Let me see the lettuce." Like that's great.
Some of his best commentating on the show is when they're talking about something. He's trying to say his point, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, what were we talking about?" He kind of forgets what we're doing. Hatter, do you watch the show?
No.
You don't watch that show?
No. Which show is it?
It's on MLB Network.
Intentional
Talk.
I will
Intentional
look
Talk.
into it.
Are you serious, Hatter? You've never seen that show?
I don't get MLB Network with the cable package we have.
Okay, good point.
Okay. Yeah. That's a bad package, Hatter. You need to upgrade. You need to get more hours at Best Buy and upgrade your cable.
But he lives at home. He doesn't have control over the cable or the internet or the food.
Well, you better talk to Mom and say, "Mom, I'm going to throw you a couple extra bucks, and we need to upgrade our cable because you need to take control of that situation, Hatter, and you need to have the 4 major networks. You got to have the Major League, the ML network, the NHL network, basketball and hockey. You're missing some good content.
Yeah, I'd probably
the NHL network is awesome.
I'd probably switch NBA network out with a Big Ten network.
Big Ten?
I'm not a huge basketball person, to be honest.
He only plays on TV.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not a big college basketball fan my own self. College football all day long, twice on Sunday.
Oh, for
not
sure.
College basketball.
Only when
Can't
it's
say
March Madness.
I'm a huge college basketball person.
I'm in the minority again, I guess.
March Madness is cool, but I'm not like big into it. I'd rather watch the college baseball World Series before I watch, March Madness, in my opinion. That's just me.
The only problem about College World Series for me is they never show any of the games on the TV to get to know any of the players at all.
Yes.
So I have a hard time watching it because, do they show, hey, this guy got drafted in the 4th round? So they might talk about the higher profile guys, but they don't talk about at least when I watch college basketball, they play the games on TV. So I see a lot of Florida, Kentucky, Kansas.
Well, yeah. I feel like college basketball has a better, is more televised, is more in the forefront of the college sports next to football. Next to football, I mean, college basketball is probably, is a much higher profile, let's say. But because even like college hockey, do you see any college hockey on TV? No. Like
only when it's the Frozen Four, and that's it.
And that's it. Well, the same thing.
I don't even know. I've never seen the Frozen Four.
You've never seen it?
It's on ESPN2 usually.
Yeah. Well, it's on ESPN like 7. And you'll catch it. But it's buried. It's buried. It'll be on at 9:30 on ESPN2. It's like, who's watching ESPN2 at that time? I'm gonna, it comes on right after, equestrian and freaking curling. Then it comes to Frozen Four. It's ridiculous.
No, they don't have equestrian or curling.
Hey, that is fun to watch. Don't knock curling and equestrian.
Well,
Mr. I support the WNBA and talking about I know
I'm
Sarah
not-
from
I'm
Oregon.
not knocking it. I'm just saying that ESPN does not usually provide the coverage for equestrian or curling matches.
It was a joke.
I know.
It was a joke. It may have been a bad joke, but it was just a joke. I'm
the
not.
thing is, though, I would take equestrian sports right now, any day of the week, right now.
Well, there's no sports right now,
I know.
except for what?
I
Except
was
for what?
watching.
What
I
is
was
still
watching
going
the
on
dart
What is
tournament
still going
replay.
on during the Corona beer virus? What sport is going on? There's no sports except for what? Wrestling.
By the way, did you hear that they said, I don't know who, because they didn't say who, one of the on-air talents that's not a wrestler came down with Corona, got some six-pack of Corona beer leak.
Six
I
pack.
tell you, it's that freaking mask guy.
Who, Kalisto?
No, the guy
it was
on
WWE. You're talking
Oh,
about
on WWE. One of the talent, somebody from the roster.
on the not on the roster, but the on-air talent. So like maybe Charlie Caruso.
Really? I didn't hear that. No.
I don't know who got it, but it just came down today because WWE announced that they're going to start filming live again, which I'm glad. I am so sick and tired of them saying SmackDown live, Raw live. We all know it's not live. Stop calling it live.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sunday.
Let's see here. J38 wants to watch women's softball, which I agree. That could be fun. They play cornhole tournaments. That I've seen a couple of those tournaments. iRacing. It's WWE really a sport? Oh boy, or more. Did Reds fan in Florida really? That's it. Reds fan in Florida.
Man, I told you I'm gonna call him Diamondbacks fan in Florida from now on because he's spitting the venom today.
Dude, he must be really salty. He's really salty. I accidentally timed him out.
Ornery fan in Florida. We're gonna call him the ornery
Even
fan
I wouldn't
in
say
Florida.
that.
He's not happy today.
Oh my god!
I don't know what's going on.
If I could give him a hug, I would. He needs a hug. Let's just all give him a hug here.
You need a virtual hug, Reds fan. Reds fan, you need a virtual hug. We'll hug you.
By the way,
we're sorry.
Yeah. Johnny G says real sport is UFC. Too bad they canceled everything because their magical island disappeared. Just asking for a friend. Give him
Where's Johnny G? Where's Johnny G? Is he at work or is he out of work, John? Where's Johnny?
I think he's actually here tonight because he keeps commenting. He says the last comment he wrote just a minute ago was real sport is the UFC, but even UFC canceled their sports for some reason. They were going to have a fight on an island.
Why isn't Johnny on the show? Why can't I see Johnny's mug on the show?
Because nobody wants to come on.
I'll come on. You let me know. You noticed as soon as I jumped on, I'm here. I jumped right on because I'm ready to talk about some wrestling.
And if I had wrestling,
I'm here to bring
because I don't know if I told you, I gone back and I started watching the 2010 version of NXT, and it's been kind of interesting.
2010?
Yeah, when it first started.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I barely watched the NXT now. I don't think I could go back to 2010.
Are you serious? You gotta watch NXT now.
I mean, I do watch it, but I'm like, I don't know. It just like they don't grab me. If it wasn't for like some of the wrestlers on NXT that I like, but I mean, other than like a few, NXT is just like, why?
For me, it's more to get to know some of the guys that might come up, like watching minor league baseball in a sense, even though they're not minor league. But the one thing I don't watch I don't watch NXT UK just because I kind of I don't know if I feel like I get overwhelmed or I just kind of forget about it. But if you saw SmackDown, did you notice that they brought up the Forgotten Sons and you didn't really even notice it? There was like you know how after WrestleMania they usually do all their call-ups or they do a number of call-ups and you get these shock surprises? I didn't get that feeling this year. Like this year, they had Bianca Belair was probably the only one that came up.
Yeah, well, I think because of this whole thing that's going on, maybe they want to keep it to a minimum of how many people they're bringing in and out. because of the whole coronavirus. So they want to try to, I guess, limit.
But that's why,
So, but
like, I got so tired of hearing this is WrestleMania. We're gonna have a WrestleMania. It's like this is not WrestleMania, guys. I understand what you're trying to do. This is not WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's not WrestleMania.
yeah.
So-
It was a makeshift. You know what WrestleMania actually what wrestling reminds me of is like an upgraded backyard wrestling. Do you remember like people who filmed in their backyards and there's nobody around, or that's what it kind of is right now. It's an upgraded version of backyard wrestling. Pretty soon we're gonna see people jumping off their sheds and stuff. It's really, you know.
Why don't they have Jonathan not Jonathan Coachman, but Byron Saxton jump back in the ring? He used to be a wrestler.
Was he?
Yeah, he came up with the original NXT guys. He was down in Florida Championship Wrestling, or OVW.
I don't remember that. I didn't really follow much OVW, but I mean,
Go if you're watching the WWE Network, go watch the beginning of FCW.
yeah. Well, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes to an hour, but it's actually pretty cool. And then Jessica Carr, the lady referee, she was a wrestler too.
Yeah, I like the lady referee in AEW.
I can't stand that.
What?
She is kind of cute though.
Awesome.
She's kind of cute.
I mean, she's a good ref. Like, I don't care about what she looks like. She's a good ref.
Like, how many times do you hear WWE saying Jessica Carter's name, like during the whole time she's on there? But when Aubrey Edwards is on there, they're like licking her up and down, like up. And it's like, come on, we did it.
Because she's awesome. That's why.
She's not that great.
She's a good ref. She's probably their best ref, believe it or not.
I don't even know if I buy that one either. Because like a lot of the refs on the AEW, to me, I feel like they make them look too stupid sometimes. There's like always something going on, and me going like, dude, how do you not hear that or like anticipate that situation?
Yeah.
So I have an NXT.
Oh fuck!
What?
Yeah, back in middle school, I was involved with NXT. I used NXT for competition. Well, not a wrestling NXT. The
what
robot
is that?
When you're talking about NXT, this is what I think about. This is part of a Lego robotics kit that
I give
middle
credit.
school.
That is actually funny as hell.
I was in Lego robotics for 3 years.
And he has a hat.
Yes, I guess I do. I'll get it some other time. But we went to nationals my 8th grade year, so we had to get decked out in gear, and I got a hat for it. I got a trucker hat. I kind of hate it, but I love the sentiment of it. But I was with a group. My buddy Eric and we did Lego robotic competition, and we used this brick, the NXT as it was called, the Mindstorm, and we would use individual motors and other sensors where to go. Like the
all right, Red. What is Reds fan thinking about this entire spiel? Red fan, what are you saying?
All he said, he wants to take a vote if wrestling is a soap opera entertainment. J38 says soap. Reds fan says 1 for soap. Reds fan says don't do it, Hatter. Hatter digging his grave. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna change the subject for a quick moment. Hatter,
yes.
How do you watch Lego Masters?
I have not. I've wanted to. I've heard about it, but I haven't.
I've watched the whole season so far. How are you freaking kidding me?
I'm disappointed myself too. I know the semifinals I heard was Star Wars. So
timeout.
You're telling me this kid who went to nationals at a Lego convention, or he's big into Legos, which I respect because, I built Legos when I was a kid too, and my kid builds Legos, and it's fun. He's not even watching the freaking Lego Masters show.
I mean, I saw the preview for it. I haven't checked it out. I mean, I would watch it, but I have so much stuff that I watch. You know what I mean?
I watch it at like 2 a.m. in the
DVRs,
morning, so
content, but I mean, it looks kind of cool.
it's really
Well,
the thing.
I mean-
Probably the thing I find most interesting about it is that obviously, if you built with Legos, the fact they can build shit without instructions. Like, I understand having an imagination and I could usually build stuff, but man, they built some crazy shit and there's not one instructions involved. And Reds fan wants to know if you've ever stepped on a Lego. Yes, they hurt like hell, but dude, the shit they built, and then
Scorpion.
the whole motorized aspect of it all with the Legos
Yes.
is a freaking
Yes.
cool attraction
That's
as
crazy.
well.
That's crazy.
So it's because I watched that. We watched Masked Singer first, and then we usually watch Lego Masters.
That's crazy.
So it's
Yeah.
entertaining. It's kind of like when I used to watch the tattoo shows with what's his name, Dave Navarra.
Dave Navarro. Yeah. What was that show? I used to watch that all Ink Master.
Master.
I used to watch that all the time because you know me, I'm a tattoo fan.
Yeah. Oh, look who's back. Reds fan wanted to hear more about it. And then he says, I've never seen them build shit with Legos. Now that's talent. Damn J38, stage like wrestling.
I got my hat from the my team.
Oh,
Super solar powered Lego dudes.
I remember that.
The trucker
It
hat.
counts in his collection of his 200.
Mm-hmm.
it's in your collection of 200?
218 technically.
218.
This is one of like the first like 10 or 15 even.
It's in your top 10?
No. Well, it's
Oh.
one of the first 10 or 15 because of chronological order.
Okay.
But-
Chihuahua.
Yeah. First year our team was Team Red, pretty original. Second year we were Team Lego My Ego, and then the third year we were Super Solar Powered Lego dudes, or just dudes.
Oh, wait a minute. So what grade were you in when you did this?
6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Okay, when I was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, my hat was a baseball hat because I played baseball.
Hatter never played any, after determining all the conversations with Hatter, from what I can tell, Hatter has never played any sports.
I played baseball.
Two things. One, I played like in elementary school, but I wouldn't really count that so much. But I mean, I did some soccer and some basketball. Wasn't good at it. And two, Rob S., I'm pretty sure you played ball like a girl when you were playing baseball. So.
He said Rob S. played ball like a girl.
You play ball like a girl. Damn.
Oh.
By the way, Reds fan wants to know, Hatter, did you use the link from Hat Club so I can get a small commission when you use my link?
This one? No, this is like I got this about a decade ago. This came out. I got this in 2009.
Hatter don't know how to do plugs very well. That's why he does not affiliated with Hat Club yet.
But yeah, we were a really good team. Especially because of my friend Eric. He was a engineer prodigy in the making.
Are you ready for story time with Hatter, Rob S?
So it really worked out that we had him on the team.
Hopefully Hatter knows more about. We can talk about baseball with Hatter and not Legos.
Well, I mean, we're talking about bullshit too. So this is
Okay.
something else.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
See?
All right. Well,
now, wait. Interesting question, Hatter. What were the groupies at the Lego competitions like?
In the 6th grade? Well, you don't go there.
No,
I
they were
in 8th grade, and there were some hot chicks in 8th grade.
8th grade?
Yeah.
How old were you? 12?
13?
13.
I mean, we didn't have groupies per se, but we had our parents watching and supporting us.
I gave you a chance, Hatter. I gave you a chance, man.
What?
I remember in 7th grade, I was starting to look at girls finally. Shit started changing.
So was I. Jeez.
It started changing, all right.
So, yeah. And then 8th grade, it didn't get serious, but it got more where I actually cared about taking a shower.
Yeah. I think 8th grade, I might have got to second base a couple of times, and I'm not talking about baseball, if you know what I mean.
You're talking about baseball, aren't you, again?
Yes, do you still take showers?
We're talking about baseball again, yeah.
Why did I take a shower, Hatter? I've been married
I'm
20
just-
years.
I'm
I
just
don't give a
making
shit no more.
Just making sure.
Hatter,
when
did you hear what I said?
when I would make it to second, sometimes I'd get thrown out trying to slide into third, but you know how that goes.
Well,
You
you're
gave it
not
the
supposed
old
to
college
steal third
try.
when there's a left-handed batter up.
Well, sometimes you just got to go for it. You can't just, you don't want to be stranded on second. You gotta
It doesn't
make
work
play.
out if there's a left-handed batter up.
You gave it the old college try. I appreciate it.
Well, I was always the type who, if I make it first, I'm going right for second. I'm not fooling around.
Well, second's a little bit easier than third. If
It
you
is.
want to go third, you got to have a right-handed batter up
Damn it.
to increase your chances of getting to third.
Well, you got to get into. I mean, when you're at second, you're in scoring position either way. So you got to try to, be ready for the sack flop.
And Hatter, we talking about baseball here, okay? Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. We're talking.
Happy.
We're talking about baseball.
Hatter struck out bunting.
Who said that? Reds fan
Pink won this thing.
or Johnny G? Who said that?
Reds fan says 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Hatter, come on.
Walker.
I just want to know, Hatter, do you still wear that hat to work?
No, I seldomly wear this hat, to be honest, because it's pretty uncomfortable. It's like a
Oh,
very,
that
it's
must
like
be
a, it's like a
your top
weird,
200 collection.
it's like a weird like wool on the inside. It's like almost carpeted as a sweatband, so I don't wear it too much.
Yes.
It's kind
And it
of
looks like it's
yellowing.
a little there too, there, Hatter.
I mean, it's a decade old. I mean, look at you, old too. After a few decades, you guys look pretty bad, and I'm sure I'll look pretty bad after
Hey,
a
I
few
don't look
decades
bad.
too.
I think I look okay for my age.
Hatter, no offense, bro. You look older than us.
True that.
Someone thought that I was 20 at work when I first started. It's kind of weird.
Who was that? Your grandma? Was your grandma
No.
started working at Best Buy?
No, it was one of the people from home theater.
Whoever said
Grandma
that
Best
was
Buy.
trying to get a discount, man. Straight discount.
It was one of the old ladies who came in. She was nearsighted. Leave her alone.
Hatter
Yes, I thought
making
it was.
old man jokes. And Red fan says you can't steal first.
You don't steal first. You got to at least get a hit or a walk.
I think in Hatter's case, he needs to learn how to steal first because that's probably the only way it's going to start.
Well,
You need to get
I
at
mean,
the
you got to at
fucking
least get up to
batter's
bat.
box
If you don't get
first.
up to bat, then you're not in the game. You got to get in the game.
No J38.
Let's
You
see
gotta
here.
get in the game.
Hatter looks like How to Catch a Predator. Hatter, you grew up your boss.
No, I
Red
didn't.
fan says you look 20 or acted 20.
Look, not act.
Oh, by the way, did you hear
Oh,
your
that's
buddy
funny.
ask me talking about the politics again, the presidents?
No, I haven't seen his channel in a long time.
Well, apparently he's into politics now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Okay. So if
sophisticated.
you're going to talk about politics,
out,
I'm going
I
to pull a
guess.
Hatter and not say anything.
That's probably good because half the time I don't even understand what Hatter's talking about. And I don't think he does really either. Moke, you guys are still going? That's because we talking, Moke. We talking.
We talking.
Yeah, we talking.
Yep. See, you guys look like a Grand Theft Auto loading screen. It's awesome. Moke, don't hate. Don't hate.
I
No,
don't
this
exactly know what that means.
Reds fans said a live replay.
Okay.
And as
Wait.
usual, Shane O'Mac, 1978, 47, 6 and 3, still has not shown up yet.
What happened to him? What happened to Shane O'Mac? He got thrown out of his house. His girlfriend kicked his butt out or something.
It's his wife.
For ordering too many hats, and then he went to his friend's
he's not
house.
allowed over hats.
Oh, what was it over?
His wife needed some time off.
What?
Mm-hmm. His wife. His wife needed a break for the weekend, is what he said.
What? That is just. I mean, no judge. I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm not being judgy. But I mean, if my wife told me she needed a break, she would get the RKO, in my opinion. So I mean, I don't play like that.
Yeah, and somebody asked if she has a personal trainer, and he had no clue what they were saying. He's like, no, she don't go to the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever's going on there, that's
You want to know the sad truth, Rob S?
What? Hit me with the truth.
He gets more action than Hatter.
Oh boy.
Fact.
I think there's a stray cat out who lives out in the back of my house who probably gets more action than Hatter.
Yeah, but that's a cat. That's an easy. We're talking about Shane O'Mac.
True. Hatter, you got to get in the game, bro. I mean, with all the social distancing, it might be a little tough, but when this corona beer virus is over, you need to get in the game.
Hatter's got that old soul, he's like the Duggars, man. He wants to do that courtship stuff, he wants to make sure he meets the one and only until he signs those prenup papers.
Yeah.
I'm not that crazy.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm a Christian, but I'm not an insane Christian. Jeez.
Well, you're Lutheran.
Yeah. The only
thing what's that have anything to do? They don't do any courting or anything?
Yeah, well, no. Last I would remember is the Duggars are Baptists, and Baptists are kind of batshit crazy.
I mean, Hatter, you're 25. What does that call you then?
What?
Borderline batshit crazy?
I don't know.
25-year-old virgin? Like, what do you call it? Are you waiting for the right woman, Hatter?
Yes.
Sure. I don't know.
You gotta get out there, bro. You gotta get out there. You gotta get some action.
My goal is to make it over to Chicago and go hopping at the bar so Hatter can be my driver.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
To say about this whole situation about Hatter's, female issues.
Well, let's see here. The other person that might be dating is Moke TV, but he never mentions anything. Hatter, why don't you do a Tinder? Because he doesn't like Tinder.
Swipe left, Hatter. Swipe left.
25. I was knee deep in it, Hatter. This are your best years to come.
Absolutely. Okay.
I mean,
who said that?
I mean, the problem is, I'm trying to find someone, once I, get elected, I'm going to hopefully find someone who finds sexy.
Speaking of getting elected, did you hear Linda Tripp passed away?
Linda,
I heard about that too.
What do you think? Any response on her?
It's a passing. So, I mean.
Dude, she had a huge significant role in the Clinton impeachment issues with Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
Nothing?
She passed. I mean, I'm not going to speak about it. It's just.
It was a big, huge political thing going on. If it wasn't for her, Monica Lewinsky and those tapes in Clinton would have never came out.
I mean.
Hatter. You're supposed to be our political personnel or list, and you're not giving me any information on Linda Tripp and her significant role in the White House and how it kind of affected politicians and how they've changed their Tinder accounts and Tumblr accounts nowadays and Ashley Madison accounts. I mean, Hatter, come on.
What? Oh, I'll give you this fun fact.
Oh shit.
That Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when he died in office, he died in Georgia with his mistress at his side.
Awesome.
Great.
FDR
they all had mistresses back in the days, and they still do now.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a huge deal, wasn't it?
Technically, yeah. I mean,
I got nothing. I don't know what they're talking about.
You don't know who Linda Tripp is? Robin?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
So when Bill Clinton was supposed to be getting impeached, he had an affair with the secretary or whatever. Hatter, you can correct me, but basically,
everybody knows that.
Lewinsky, and she had a dress that had some stains on it, and she's gonna get dry.
Reds fan in Florida.
She told
Oh,
her best friend Linda Tripp about this dress, and then Linda Tripp started the conversations that she would have with Monica Lewinsky about Bill Clinton, and that led to all the impeachment trials against Bill Clinton. Eventually, he was acquitted, if I remember right. But right after that, she was basically fired and everything. Linda Tripp was, because she worked on like the Pentagon or some bullshit, right? Hatter?
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you're supposed to be our political person, not me.
Jeez.
That was very good, Hats. I mean, Hatter, come on, you're supposed to know that stuff.
Okay, well,
That's your lane, bro.
I thought it was a big deal. You know, yeah, I liked Bill Clinton myself. I thought he was actually pretty cool because here's this guy showing the people that he's a real president. He's a real person, basically. You know, getting
right.
Which president doesn't try to do that?
He's a real person getting it in the oral office. I mean, what's better than that, bro? I mean, that's the way it goes.
We all know that. We don't know why, but Donald Trump has other women, and he's an ugly ass toad. Melania Trump could do way better, but you know, when you got about $900 billion, you look like freaking George Clooney.
Well, that goes to show you money can buy you love.
Shit, because Melania Trump can do so much better. She's not bad. I mean, she's not my type, but she's not bad.
Holy crap, she could.
You know, and Ivana Trump, you know, she got mama genes. She don't got daddy genes.
Oh, hell no.
Donald Jr.'s not. Let's see here. He died hard. How did Tripp die? Did she fall? No, she passed away of old age, I believe.
No, it was a dark joke that Red Fan did there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't get
joke.
I want to die by my
I got it.
I didn't get it. As a political person, I say this is a big deal depending on how. Fine, Moke, how do you look at the passing of Linda Tripp then? Don't just leave me hanging here. Let's see. She looked like Sid from Ice Age. I never saw Ice Age, but I did see Sid Vicious when he broke his leg in WCW really bad. Remember that?
Yes.
That was gnarly break.
Yes.
All right. So we hit the 3-hour mark. I think we did pretty good. Hatter kind of disappointed me on the political talk just now. I was expecting
that's your lane. That's your lane, Hatter. The political talk.
Well, I'm just not up to snuff with it as much as you thought.
Well,
so
you know, next time you got to bring it with the political stuff. You're our political guy, so you need to have that stuff.
Want that.
Last real question, Hatter. With the elections coming up in November, are you running for anything like lead lemonade seller, vendor person?
No, currently I'm.
Serious question though. Are you running for anything?
Not in 2020. In 2020, my original plan was to volunteer.
He's running from something, and that's ladies.
Hey! Can I finish?
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault.
So 2020, I wasn't going to actively run for anything, but I would help and volunteer for whoever the Republican senator candidate would be for Illinois, because it's a senator election year for us. But my plans, if I still have residency in Mount Prospect, then I will be running for another turn for the board of trustees for Mount Prospect in 2021.
When would that be in November again, or when?
No. Our local elections are in April of every other odd year. So in like 19, 21, 23. So this upcoming year will also be a mayoral election. So there's a lot of moving parts. So I could somehow get a trustee seat. Maybe. Who knows?
Are you actually going to get on the ballot this time?
Yes. Yes, I will this time. I have to go out because if I remember right, the petitioning starts in September and goes until about early December. That's when you go out and get all the signatures for you to get on the ballot. I forget what the threshold is. I want to say it's like 1,200 people, but I'll have to look into the details when the time arrives sooner. The other thing will be to build up a to build up a coalition and build up funds. That's gonna be my big
John
thing
D.
next.
Last real question: will your mom and dad vote for you this time?
Well, for sure, my mom, my dad. I don't know. I hope so. My
What about
brother
Wow,
and
you
sister,
can't
I
get
hope
your
so.
own dad to vote for you? That should be automatic.
Will your brother and sister remember to vote this time? What
What
happened?
happened to Hatter? What happened to Hatter? Freaking
Okay, well, long story short, Rob S. His dad did not vote for him, and then his brother and sister did not vote.
that is bad.
Yeah.
That is bad. What did you do? Put Hatter on mute?
No, he muted himself, but I'm the one with the overpriced mic that it always works and the back computer that always works. So I don't know.
And here's the guy at Best Buy, and his mic just crapped out on him. His computer's screwing up.
Hatter, you're not there, bro. You're
He's
still not.
doing sign language.
Yeah.
Hatter, what's going on? You need to go to Best Buy and upgrade your gear, bro. Upgrade your gear, Hatter.
Get the discount.
Here's the guy that works at Best Buy, and his gear is garbage.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Thank you for joining me and Rob S. This has actually been a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some more people on here next time. So hopefully we didn't bore you too much. I do have a couple hats coming in, so I actually will. Oh, hang on. Let's see here. We want to find out if Hatter's parents are going to vote for him and his brother sister. Are you there?
Okay, so I had an alarm go off. That's why the mic got negated. That's why.
Why do you have an alarm going off at fucking midnight?
Because I had a one of my hats was getting brim bended, so I had the timer going.
Oh, fuck.
So
Did he say hand?
Okay.
Did he say hand?
He's getting he's bending his brim on a hat. And he didn't want to he didn't want to go over the 2-hour mark.
What?
Yeah.
So he set his timer.
Yeah.
Hatter, you need a brim bender?
At least in Hatter's case, Rob S, he doesn't put it in the oven at 420.
Hold on. What the fuck, Hatter?
I don't know what happened to Rob S. That's got to be one of the comments of the night.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Wait. All right. Look, Hatter. Look, see this? This is how you bend a fucking hat. Look, see? This is how you do it, bro. Wait, let me get in the camera. See? See,
Okay.
See how I'm bending it?
Okay,
Bang!
and how
Wait,
long
can
did
I do an ML hat? Bam! There you go. Look at that one. Okay. So now here's another one. Look at this. Bam! There you go, Hatter. Now see how I'm bending it with like the freaking brim. I'm bending. Wait, I'm not in the camera. Hold on. And then I'm just bending it. Look, see how you bend it? This is the way you roll, bro. And you can go, bam! I'm not as good as you are, Hat. Bam! There you go. Okay, you don't need a hat bender, Hatter.
But see, the problem is you don't bend it enough where it has to learn a new shape. You bend it so far that it's only going to last for like 2 minutes, and then it's going to resort back to its original
Bro,
form.
this hat.
Because you haven't retaught
man.
the
How old is
brim
this?
a new shape.
How old is this thing? Look at the back of it. This is the Washington Nationals from like the first year. It has the gold in the MLB, right? You see it? What year is this freaking from? What do you think? What year is this from?
Hatter wants to feel good about spending $12.99 on the hat bender.
Yeah.
So look at how bent this is.
Which he did not use the discount at Hat Club so I can earn a small commission.
Well, this is before.
See how
This was
bent that
before
shit
you
is?
had your commission.
You still want to use it.
Wait, how old is this one? Look at this.
Old
This is freaking- how old is this? Look at
That's
it.
the old one.
It's made by freaking Reebok, for crying out loud.
Dude,
It
that's
actually
old.
says Reebok on the effing thing.
Probably
How old is
2000.
this hat? Look at the bend on this thing. This thing is about as old as my grandma, and the thing still has a nice clean bend. And I bent this with my hand, Hatter, not with the freaking hat, $12 hat bender.
Does Rob F have
Rob-
a mute button or anything?
Send me all your hats, and I will bend them for a
By the
small
way,
commission.
Moke TV says I have 7 dislikes, so I guess I'm doing something right. You shove that brim in a Coke bottle. And yes, with that being said,
Me?
apparently so. Heel of the night
No.
goes to Reds, Arizona fan in Florida, Reds fan in Florida.
Arizona fan.
Rob S. with the
Absolutely.
comment. What the F Hatter up tonight. Mo TV didn't really impress me with his political comments. Same with Hatter. So I have a couple hats. I'll see everybody coming back in on Thursday.
I got my
Wednesday.
Here's my hats for that night. I just grabbed these.
Don't forget,
Like,
if
I
you're
got
gonna
about a million hats
in
laying
the
around.
oven, bake it to 425 for 20 minutes. I don't
What
know
happened?
why. Shane O'Mac, 1978, 47 and 6 does it.
What? What did he do? What did I miss?
He puts his hat in the oven.
In the oven?
Yes.
Why?
To shrink
Is
it.
he-
I don't know.
Is he trying to make a ham? Like, I only put ham in the oven, or maybe some chicken. I don't put hats in the oven, bro. Like, it's not necessary.
All
like-
right. We'll see everybody later. Say bye, guys.
Like,
Bye.
this is crazy.
What the heck?